to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
WKGN 1340. Go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock at 3:01 on your Thursday afternoon. A scorcher here in East Tennessee alongside Bear and Walker Smith. Jace Brown, the day off this afternoon. Thank you for tuning in to the show. A big one lined up for you. The CGP coming up here just a little bit. Christopher Gabriel going to join the festivities. And then Lucas Panzica on the show as well today. We will visit with Widespread coming up here in hour number 2 of the show. Fun night at the Cove last night.
Mm-hmm. Excellent night.
Indeed.
Hung out, had a little something to eat, a little something to drink. Bob Baskerville hung out. Bear and Walker split before the game started.
Had to get home. Got stuff going on, you know. Love baseball, but
yeah. Oh, it was a beautiful night, man. I sat out there and
Truly.
watched an inning or two and had to split, but went home last night. I watched one of my favorite Westerns. There was a discussion on Twitter last night.
I didn't see it. I crashed out early last night. What'd you watch?
Open Range.
I don't know that I've seen it. Who's in it?
Kevin Costner, Robert Duvall.
I've not seen that one. I have seen another Kevin Costner. He made a couple of Westerns.
He's rather prolific on the Western front. Of course, Dances with Wolves. Yeah, Silverado. Open Range, elite, man. We don't talk about Robert Duvall enough when we talk about our country's great actors.
Oh, he's one of the great thespians of the 20th century.
Just fantastic. Great gunfight at a little lovey-dovey, little almost bordering on chick flick at times, but great shootout at the end. Townsfolk rising up against the bad guys.
Those are the best ones, aren't they?
Oh man.
Where everybody's up on where there are people up the rifles on the second floor.
Oh,
of the
yeah,
buildings.
yeah. You had guys busting out windows. At one point, like Costner just like kicks a wall apart and just like runs through a wall chasing a guy. Robert Duvall shoots a guy through the wall. He like sees his shadow and just boom, blows him away with the shotgun. Spoiler alert. Good stuff.
What's your favorite all-time Western?
That was the discussion online yesterday. Well, no, the discussion was if you had to recommend a Western to somebody that's never seen one, what would it be? And I said Tombstone or Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Now, those might not be the best Westerns.
They're the most accessible. I feel
so I said they are the best gateway drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you watch one of those two,
so you watch those,
you're going to be more likely to. The next thing you know, you're watching a fistful of dollars, you're chewing on a cigar, and it's
Outlaw Josie Wales.
Really get you into it. But Open Range is a good one too. Not as much like dustiness; they're more like prairie cowboys, but then they go into town.
Where do you stand on Young Guns?
You know what? I don't think I've ever seen either one all the way through.
Okay.
And I feel like I've seen more of Young Guns 2 than Young Guns 1 just because I remember it being on TV all the time and you had that Bon Jovi song.
Blaze of Glory.
That was like such a
the
big
whole
hit, such a
soundtrack.
big video and all that stuff. Down in a blaze of glory.
I don't think that's quite it, but we get the
Oh, that's exactly it.
I'll tell you what. I saw your tweet last night, and it kind of crossed with another thought that I had.
Mm-hmm.
When you when you think of westerns, do you consider No Country for Old Men a western movie?
Good question.
Because I think it is. I think it's probably the best modern western.
There's some of that in there. I don't really consider it a western just because there is a lot of desolate out west, but there are cars in it. First of all,
It's as much of a western as Breaking Bad to me.
Yeah, there are cars in it, but also the first scene I think about again, spoiler alert here, but is that one at the end where the guy's he's in that car wreck in a neighborhood, and he's all mangled, and he's like, "Hey, I'll give you $100 for that shirt." It's just so we can fashion a sling out of it.
I don't know. I was thinking about it because it's like if westerns were made 50 years from now, and today or 2010 was 50 or 60 years ago, that probably would be considered an old-timey western, given who knows what it's going to be like in 50 or 60 years.
I don't feel like it can be a true western without horses and six-shooters, though.
Yeah, and I'll tell you the other western element is just those really slow suspense buildups. Like when he's sitting there on that bed and the guys come into the hotel and you can hear him walking down the hallway and he's just sitting there in the dark.
I just think I can say it's a type of western, not like a classic western, but I think it's got western.
It's got some western elements to it.
My favorite's Blazing Saddles. It's not even close. I love that movie.
Yeah, I don't know if I consider that a western.
It's a comedy.
It's definitely got it's a western comedy if there is such a thing, for sure. Well, boys, we've beat around the bush long enough.
Time for some boomers?
I wish.
No.
It's been a sad week, man. It has been a rough week. If you haven't heard by now, very sad news. Hulk Hogan has passed away today at the age of 71. And we talked about it earlier. I mean, you Theo Huxtable, you had Ozzy, and now you've got the Hulkster.
3 80s icons.
Yeah, and Adam Sparks called it early. He didn't call it Hulk was going to die, but he speculated. They usually do, and hopefully this ends the run. Rough week, man. Rough week for the Gen Xers out there.
It's not been good.
No, it hasn't. And it's taken a toll, man. I think that the only thing to do at this point is to just go ahead and declare tomorrow a national day of mourning, and we all take a 3-day weekend for some quiet introspection and reflection.
I'm watching with that.
Watching Cosby reruns, old wrestling, while playing Ozzy over the stereo.
And Hogan had some events in his late life that were a little bit problematic in moderns. I was texting some buddies in honor of Danny White, and one of the younger guys in my high school group text said, something about, whatever he did that pissed everybody off. And I'm like, look, I understand for the younger generation, that's the way they view everything now, unfortunately, in my opinion. But you got to put yourself to a kid of the 80s, and I was in that sweet spot. I saw Hulk Hogan wrestle at Thompson Bowling Arena when I was 9 years old. And wrestling at that point, there was no bigger wrestler to my generation. And I know Flair was huge and Stone Cold and The Rock later on, but to me, Hulk Hogan is the most charismatic wrestler of all time. There's no doubt, technically he was not a good wrestler. He didn't have good finishing moves.
Was a leg drop.
But just the charisma. When you're an 8-year-old kid watching Hulk Hogan on WWF, that's more than just a wrestler. He's a superhero. That's a career option. That is, that is what you want to be when you grow up. And it was the epitome of the good guy taking on the bad guys. Hulkamania, brother. Oh man,
eat your vitamins.
Yeah,
say your prayers.
To me, he was, he was professional wrestling. What is your favorite Hulk Hogan memory, Bear? Because I have one that nobody will identify
with. For me personally, my two favorite things that Hogan did were, number one, he was in Rocky III.
Mm-hmm.
He played Thunder Lips, a mountain of molten lust, and he was a heel and like the bad guy. And then like I really started rooting for Hogan when he did the heel turn.
Of course you did. When he joined NWO.
That's when I started liking him.
That was a big moment for sure. My favorite Hulk Hogan memory, and it's weird how all politics are local, everything's personal.
Yeah.
You mentioned Rocky III.
Yeah.
In 1989, he was in a movie called No Holds Barred
I remember
that nobody went to see. But I was 9 in 1989, and Hulk Hogan was larger than life. And somehow, some way, and if you go on Rotten Tomatoes, I'm sure this has like a 2% rating. It was a horrible movie.
Terrible.
But I somehow got my dad to take me and a friend, I think, to go see No Holds Barred in the summer of 1989.
Did he watch it?
Yes. Well, I mean, he was in the theater with us. There were no phones back in those days. He's in a movie theater with a big movie screen. I'm assuming that he watched it. And we went to see No Holds Barred at that old movie theater in Bearden on Kingston Pike next to, it was a Hardee's, then it was Backyard Burgers for a while.
The Capri Cinema.
The Capri Cinema, like this big, ugly, green warehouse-looking building.
They had a 70 millimeter screen in there.
Yeah, and I poop you not, we were the only people in the theater. As me, my buddy, and my dad.
Not a surprise.
We watched that No Holds Barred, man. And I remember, I even remember thinking, it's like, man, this isn't that good. It was my first experience with a bomb. But I guess Dad really loved his kids, man, because I wouldn't take my kids to see a
2%
horrible movie. No, but
yeah, I mean, you were a little Hulkamaniac though, running around.
absolutely, man. We went to see it. I remember it had
That was
the
a great
guy.
theater.
It had that guy who played Debo.
Oh,
in
Tiny,
Friday.
Is it Tim Lister? Tim
Yes,
Lister?
Tiny Lister.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tim
with
Lister.
the wonky eye.
Yeah.
That
You
guy
don't
was-
know which one's looking at you?
Yeah, that guy was awesome. I remember he was the bad guy, and that's all I remember about No Holds Barred.
Wonder what that guy's. I mean, that's all he ever. I mean, he's talking about somebody who's been typecast. He's always the bad guy.
Yep, Hulkster dead at 71. What it was, Ozzy?
76.
76.
And-
Ozzy
and-
outlived the Hulkster. How about that?
And quite honestly, I mean, Ozzy. I mean, just he's in that. We talked about it yesterday. He's in that Keith Richards club of
Rock gods.
and should have probably been dead.
Oh,
40
yeah,
years
yeah.
ago from self-abuse.
Well, and Hulk Hogan, I mean, I don't know what kind of recreational drugs he was into, if at all. I mean, he always told me to take my vitamins.
I think he took his, and probably given the injuries that he had,
A lot of
took a lot
steroid
of-
use there.
probably a lot of Vicodin.
Yeah, I'm sure he had his vices, but 71 years. I mean, that's a pretty good run.
He looked fine last year when he was at the RNC introducing President Trump. They said he had surgery recently, and he never, because that was the thing. There was a rumor a couple of weeks ago that we missed that he was like on his deathbed, and everybody thought, it was just it wasn't true.
Mm.
Apparently, it was. He had a really hard time recovering from that surgery.
Yeah, I totally missed that.
Yeah. So
Coming up on the show today,
been
Bear
asked-
wants to know what the boomers are. We'll go through it with Christopher Gabriel, KMJ Fresno, set to join the festivities here in just a few minutes. Lucas Panzica in hour number 2. Titans camp underway, and you're getting all the camp stuff, all those news items coming down the pike this week. Are you a big NFL training camp guy, Bear?
Yeah, actually I am. And I really think that college football at some point is going to have to take a look at what they're doing and have the same media accessibility that the NFL does. Like correct me if I'm
That's-
wrong.
no, I
they go to
agree,
all
yeah.
the practices, right?
Yeah, open practices
Yeah,
and fans and
absolutely.
stuff. That's a good idea. I agree.
So, and just like the injury report, it goes back to what I keep saying. The sooner we get to a total NFL model in college, the better for me.
Mhm. I 100% agree.
Miss sitting around in no man's land that we are isn't. I don't know. I don't like it. And that ties in with like the boo card, the boomer stuff. And a lot of this stuff's going on at universities. I mean, these kids don't have contracts.
It's
They
weird.
Just quit a school and go walk on.
Pro football, baseball, even basketball, I think they've just done a really good job of bringing the product to the fans, bringing it closer to the fans, eliminating the barriers as much as possible. When you have superstar athletes, I realize like you can't just have people around Patrick Mahomes all the time. There's got to be barriers and privacy and all that stuff. But it does feel like college athletics has largely gone the other way and putting up more barriers and stuff. And like it's hard enough to get to games as it is because tickets are so expensive. And even when you do get there, like you can't get an autograph like you can at a Major League Baseball game or at an NFL training camp or something like that. And the practices are completely closed. So yeah, I mean, I think that's something they should look at for sure.
Well, I mean, it's funny you mentioned that. The guys were talking this morning, John and Cody and Jackson and Bubba on Talk Sports. John had looked up. Do you know how much an upper is going for the Arkansas game?
I'd say about $100.
I think it's north of 200.
Jeez.
Face value.
My gosh.
Precious commodities. Tickets to go to Neyland.
It's a lot of money.
That is a pretty good section of JJ. You ever sat up there? You can see everything.
I've been up there before.
It's been a while since I've taken
crowd.
a game in from the upper deck at Neyland.
It's a little scary. I was always scared to go up there when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, my first game was like 3 rows from the very top in the north end zone, south end zone.
Did you go look over the side?
Probably. But I've watched many a game from the press box up there. And I mean, you talk about looking like a bunch of little ants.
Well, yeah, there you can actually see it. I always found it. I've been able to get up there for two games on two different occasions, but when you're looking down on it, so you make the connection between, when a coach draws out a play and
you can see things open up.
Yeah, you can see
the
way the play works. And, I remember like the Red Sea parting. So.
Let's take a quick timeout. When we continue, Christopher Gabriel, KMJ Fresno joins the festivities. You're listening to The Drive, Fan Run Radio. Quick timeout. We're back with more right after this.
The Drive.
Good afternoon. Building through downtown Knoxville. A little bit more volume in the last few minutes. 40 West at 17th Street. Already some stop-and-go action. Certain sections of Kingston Pike through the Bearden area as it gets heavier. 40 East up the hill there at Watt Road. Been plenty of radar north of Knoxville. Be careful. 75 through parts of Anderson County. Fostering Hope 2025 Gala coming up August 2nd at the Bridgewater Event Center in Knoxville. Check them out online at fosteringhope.tn.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Hey Knoxville, Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Where are the best ribs in the Volunteer State? Rickard Ridge. Who has the best barbecue catering packages in East Tennessee? Rickard Ridge. And where is the most beautiful setting to enjoy a meal with family and friends? Rickard Ridge. Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Just a quick ride up I-75, take exit 134, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is on your left, just inside Cove Lake State Park.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Costa at Knoxville Smiles. Here at Knoxville Smiles, we're all about making it easier for you to see the dentist. That's why we're now open until 7 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If going to the dentist in the morning or during normal business hours doesn't fit your busy schedule, come see us a little later. Call 865-539-1776 to schedule your appointment or just visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Ready to launch your career? Axel Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axel proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axel, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axel Logistics is the place to start your career.
Do you love to gamble? Do you enjoy listening to people talk about gambling? Well, then I have some good news for you. Every weeknight at 6 p.m., you can hear John Reed and William Pattison go over the slate, thanks to our friends at VIP Play. Sports topics aren't always black and white, but on the slate, they are always green. Nothing but trends, angles, and bets to try to make you some money. The Slate, presented by VIP Sports on Fan Run Radio, weeknights from 6 to 7 p.m.
Back here on the Drive, Fan Run Radio, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, streaming online, fanrunradio.com, and on your free Fan Run app. A variety of ways for you to experience the program this afternoon. Christopher Gabriel, KMJ Fresno, joining us on the phone line. CG, good afternoon. What's up, man?
Good afternoon to you. It's interesting hearing you at my end. I'm barely able to hear you today, and that's probably just something getting in the way of our wonderful signal 2,300 miles away. But hopefully you can hear me okay, Russ.
Loud and clear, brother.
I was listening to you as I always do, and I want to comment real quickly on something that Bear said. I completely agree about access and following more of an NFL model for college football. And maybe I have a slightly different take on it, but the same answer. Right now, when it comes to getting inside information, forget about the people that do what we do, that comment, that opine. The people who break news are people like Ross Dellinger, Brett McMurphy, Adam Rittenberg, Heather Dinich. They're at all the meetings. They're where they need to be. Adam and Heather, especially Adam, are regulars on my program. It shouldn't be just them that we are dependent upon getting news from. And it seems as though they are just about, with a few exceptions, the only people that conference commissioners want to talk to or are willing to talk to. That, as well as too many other things, this is a sport that seems to have become very comfortable. They are happy to get in bed with cloak and dagger. We'll tell you stuff when we think you need to know it. We'll give you this when we think you need to know it. Even though all of us, whether sitting in a press box or sitting in the stands, fans who are spending their hard-earned money don't know or don't have any say in what has been essentially the hijacking of one of the great sports in America. It is time to have far more access, to have far more details being told to us by what seems to be, if you just look at headlines and read some articles, it seems like the SEC and the Big Ten are all but running all of college football. I love the SEC. I don't love the Big Ten. I love the SEC, but I don't like a college football future that is basically dominated by two conferences and everybody else be damned. I'm not into that, and I'd like to know more of what's going on. Fortunately, I have access. Russ, you guys have access, but we need more. We need more, and doors should be opened, and open practices as well. More of that. So when I heard Bear say that, I completely agree with him.
Yeah, and you just need leadership. I mean, there's been such a leadership vacuum for college football for a long time now. You need somebody who can make some decisions. With the conferences having all this power, the two conferences having all this power in college football, they're always going to act out of self-interest, as well they should. I mean, that's their job. Greg Sankey doesn't have any responsibility for what's best for the Big Ten. He's the commissioner of the SEC. But you've got these two leagues that, I mean, it's almost like mutually assured destruction it really does speak to the testament, the power of the sport, CG, that as much as these guys try to ruin it, it's still awesome. We can't wait. The season is going to be good. And I do look forward to, though, a day when there is some sort of centralized power in college football that can make decisions that are truly in the best interest of the sport, as opposed to a couple of fractionalized entities making decisions that are just in their own self-interest.
Well, I know we have other things to talk about, but you hit on one key point that I do want to add something to. Of course, Greg Sankey is going to do what's right for him and his conference. That's why the school presidents, athletic directors, all by and large love him, at least publicly. But one of the joys of college basketball is that you can say that the big conferences dominate in terms of the amount of bids they get, but the joy of college basketball is that ultimately in March, that first Thursday and Friday, when we don't know when a Virginia Commonwealth, a George Mason, or a UMBC is going to step to the plate and pull a major upset, maybe Saturday and Sunday in that first weekend, we're still going to get somebody at a lower seed managing to pull an upset. And even though the bulk of the bids go out to the bigger conferences, there is still a far more level playing field relative to the importance that's given to giving access to teams to get into the tournament. Right now, this thing, I wonder in 10 years, in 20 years, are we going to say, boy, this, the guys who were in charge, the people who were in charge of college football, when college football was going through college athletics, but in particular college football was going through such drastic changes. The sport was evolving literally before our eyes within what seemed like minutes. Are we going to look back on the people who were in charge and say, how the heck did everybody involved with the sport let that happen?
Christopher Gabriel, KMJ Fresno, our guest here this afternoon. And CG, here in Knoxville, the Boo Carter drama has been the big topic of conversation as Tennessee's rising sophomore defensive back apparently gone AWOL and not exactly the most popular figure with his teammates these days, and seems to be not the situation you want to be dealing with if you are Josh Heupel heading into the first week of camp next week. A simple question for you. Is this worth all the drama, Boo Carter? We know he's a good player. Is he that good that you're going to welcome him back with open arms if you can find out where the guy is? And we also hear that he's out in California, so maybe we should just ask you, have you seen Boo Carter?
I've been on the interstates looking, and I have not found him. I've only covered a couple of quadrants of the state, but I am looking. There's a couple of different answers to your question. The first question that I heard specifically, is it worth the drama? That answer is no. That answer is a resounding no. And I know that it often sounds rather trite, rather pedestrian when we say, Josh Heupel always says it, other coaches say it, no, nobody's bigger than the power T. And it becomes almost, vernacular that, he's not bigger than the power T. But when you get down to it, what we're talking about is a team of about 100 guys. We're talking about 101,915. We're talking about a major nationwide, if not North American fan base, because there are Vols fans everywhere. And I refuse to put all my concern, all my hopes for the season, all my analysis, how I break down the season, centering it around one player. And it's like the P4, used to be P5, but P4 coach once told me, we worry about the guys that we have here, not the guys that we don't have. He was talking about recruiting, but I think this fits into that as well. And as far as the other part of your question is, do you welcome him back with open arms? I think you welcome him back, but I think you welcome him back with some pretty strict parameters. I think you welcome him back by saying, listen, we're going to move forward from this point on. I mean, that's if Boo decides he wants to get off a beach and come back. But I think you welcome him back, but you say, here's how this is going to work. If you want to come back, and this would be what I would say, first thing you're going to have to do is we go to the meeting room you're going to have to go in front of all of your teammates and explain where the hell you were, what you were doing, why you were gone, why you didn't talk to anybody, and how you were going to comport yourself within this team moving forward. Because right now, you haven't really done anything, basically, that warrants anything like this. And really, I think a lot of this, if not all of it, would be allowed and accepted if he said, listen, I've got a family member, just hypothetical, and I've got to go out of town. Do I have your blessing on that? I think Josh Heupel would say, absolutely. But if the reports are true, and I mean, I got news of this the other day when I was on the air, and everybody starts running with stuff, and you and I both know, Bear, we all know that in these situations, most people actually don't have the information. Most people will take one thing and decide that they are now the communicator, they are the facilitator of information. They don't know anything, but they'll run with something, and then it's on X, and it's on Facebook, and it's on Instagram. And people are going on their little podcasts, and they're talking about stuff that they don't really know what they're talking about, which makes me nuts because it makes the rest of us look bad. But I just think that when we find out what the deal is, if he wants to come back, Josh Heupel is going to have to really set some big-time guidelines. If he doesn't come back, can we just move on? Can we just move on? Because is he a good player? Yes. Do we have any idea of just how good he is? I don't think so. I don't think we know yet. We know what he's done, especially in high school. But show me this when you go to the Swamp this fall. Show me this when you go to Tuscaloosa. Show me this when Georgia comes in, when Oklahoma comes in. For that matter, show me something when we go to Georgia to take on Syracuse. My feeling is always this way with a player, and that is, who are you to hijack an entire football program because you've decided for X, Y, or Z that you are that important, that you matter so much? No, he doesn't matter that much because he's not there, so he's not helping anybody. And if I'm his teammates, man, I'm livid. I'm livid. I mean, it reminds me of the Nico thing when he wasn't talking to anybody. And seeing some of our fans were still like, well, we really need to have Nico back. What the hell was that? If somebody makes a choice, he's an adult, he's a grown man now. He's a young grown man, but he's a grown man. If somebody makes a choice that they don't want to be somewhere, then honor that choice and say, get out. Get out. We've already taken the nameplate off your locker. We've cleared your stuff out. They're in a couple of nice boxes. They're not orange and white anymore. They're just some plain boxes, and be on your way, and good luck. I'm not going to be hypocritical if he comes back. I'll certainly, like you said a minute ago, by talking about college football, when it returns, we're all hypocrites. We all get frustrated with things about the sport. A lot of us, I'm frustrated with Boo Carter, but all that goes away as soon as he's out on the field at Needless Stadium or at Bryant-Denny or, at the Swamp, at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. All that goes away. But if he doesn't come back, I'm not going to spend another minute talking about it. Russ, you and I text all the time. When's the last time you and I talked about Nico? It's been months.
Christopher Gabriel, KFJ Fresno with us. It has been a while. I see where Nico is being talked about by Deshaun Foster at Big Ten Media Days as we speak. It's good to know Coach Foster could actually deliver his opening statement today. I guess they worked with them. The PR team worked with them since the disaster of last year. The Boo Carter thing, CG, and we have seen this before with Tennessee through the years, where you have a really talented player who just wants to do his own thing and, isn't really, again, we don't know all the inside information. If he comes back and he says and does the right things, then I guess he warrants another opportunity. But seen this movie before, CG. It rarely works out well, and I'm sort of the opinion, like you hinted at, nobody's bigger than the team, man. And why delay the inevitable? You don't want this thing dragging and being a point of contention throughout the season. Tennessee be okay without this kid. That's something Heupel has to decide.
There's no doubt. I mean, maybe this is a bit of an extreme example or parallel, but if you're in a relationship, if you're married, you're living with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, what have you. There's a lot of ways you can make jokes about this, but I'm being quite serious. You don't just suddenly go missing. You don't suddenly not call your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and suddenly just not be in contact for a day or 2 days or 3 days. When that happens in real life, meaning outside of college football, authorities, police are contacted. Things happen. Wheels get put in motion. And college football is not as important as everyday life for all of us. But why do some of these players think that it's okay to just leave and not contact anybody or not say what you're doing? You have a responsibility to yourself, to your teammates, to your family. And it seems to me that they're all intertwined. And especially in this case, his football family, if in fact the reports that we've heard are true, that he's not contacted anybody, no one knows where maybe he's in California, he's out here on the West Coast. The only reason somebody leaves in terms of an athletic team and doesn't say where he or she is going is because there's something else going on. I mean, they weren't abducted, heaven forbid, but there's something else going on that they don't want to be known. Otherwise, I can't think of a valid reason, Russ, Bear, I can't think of a valid reason why you don't tell Josh Heupel and say, hey, I've got to be gone for a week. I've got to be gone for 3 days. Is there a way that we can work this out? Can I do this? What can I do when I get back to kind of make it up? What do I need to do when I'm going? Do I need to be in contact with you every day? Maybe those things have happened, but so far we've not seen that. And that's where I get frustrated. In everyday life, people don't just not show up unless something bad has happened. And to the reports that we've seen, thankfully nothing bad has happened, but you owe it to your coach, your coaches, and your teammates, and frankly, the fan base that spends a lot of money supporting this football program to at least say what you're doing and why you're gone.
Well, and I made this point yesterday, CG. We talk about the word culture has become a buzzword in sports, and Rick Barnes and Tony Vitello have made a living off it. A great culture where they've got great players, but also you don't hear about stuff like this with those programs. I realize football is a little, it's bigger. You've got 100 players on the roster, all that stuff. So you're going to have more opportunity to have some knuckleheads on your team. But I did find the reports of, a couple of players confronting him, calling Boo Carter on his nonsense. And like that to me shows that, hey, Josh Heupel does have a strong culture. He kicked Nico off the team for all intents and purposes. And it sounds like he might be forced to do the same here. So when you're telling guys this talented to go ahead and take a hike, then that shows to me that you've got some scruples about you if you're Josh Heupel. So it's interesting.
Yeah, no, right, exactly. And I think what you're really hitting on there, and it's a good point, is there is a leadership structure on this team. The culture that you speak of, that Josh Heupel has instituted, and the fact that there are players, irrespective of the year they are right now going into the season, when you have a player or players confronting a teammate, unafraid, unconcerned about what that teammate's reaction is going to be, and basically, calling that teammate and saying, what are we doing here? What are you doing, man? You got a lot of guys that are depending on you and looking forward to your contributions this fall. Where are you? What should we expect or what shouldn't we expect? So I'm with you. And I think we've seen it with Nico, and I think we'll see the same if Josh Heupel isn't satisfied that what has happened wherever he is and why he left. I keep going back to the same thing, Russ. If it's family, if it's an emergency, if it's something, you got to tell your coach, right? You don't just show up at work. I don't just not show up at KMJ without immediately texting, emailing, or calling, or all three, my boss, my program director, to let him know I've got a real situation here and I'm not going to be in today. That would never enter my mind, Russ. Never.
Christopher Gabriel, KMJ Fresno, our guest here this afternoon. CG, last thing for you, having a nice off-topic conversation before you hopped on. I know you're a big film guy. the Western genre. Do you have a favorite Western movie? And if you had to recommend to somebody who's never watched one, what would be the gateway drug of your choice?
Ooh, boy. That is a good question. You know, I go way back to the spaghetti westerns of Clint Eastwood and, you know, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, some of those. But when I think about westerns, and maybe this particular film that comes to mind is a little romanticized, except it was about a legitimate, real incident that happened in history. And it was brilliant writing, wonderful performances. The movie that comes to mind for me is Tombstone.
That's everybody's favorite, man. You got to love Tombstone. I'm your Huckleberry.
Great.
So
maybe
one of the most quotable movies of all time, right?
Oh, absolutely. And to your earlier discussion, the best Hulk moment for me was, I forget which WrestleMania it was, but when Hulk body slammed Andre the Giant.
I believe that was WrestleMania 2, right?
It was 3. I cried.
Yeah, because Andre was always, I mean, for most of his career was a good guy, right? He had a little French accent. That you know, I just go out there and I try to beat up people.
Seventh wonder of the world.
And then you know, the body slam. What was the phrase? Bear, was it the body slam heard around the world?
Yeah, the whole. I thought the whole ring was coming down, and I was distraught.
It was a benchmark moment. I mean, it was early in the WrestleManias. What are we up to now? WrestleMania 117, and I mean, it was a benchmark moment. We got this news this morning during the program. It was stunning. And by the way, now Chuck Mangione, the great jazz trumpeter, he's died. So
hits keep coming.
You know, somebody who's won many Grammys. This is a bad week, fellas. Jeez.
I say we just go ahead and shut it down, declare tomorrow a national day of mourning, and see if we can't get through the weekend, get our stuff together, and come back and try it again next week.
I love the idea, but you know you're going to have listeners saying, yeah, I get that, but you're going to be on at 3:00, right?
Yeah, we'll be here for sure. Hey, CG, always appreciate it, my friend. Thanks for hopping on. We'll do it again soon.
Absolutely, guys. Love you guys. Thanks a bunch.
Christopher Gabriel, KMJ Fresno, our guest. Everybody go give him a follow on X at CG Program if you haven't already. We got to take a quick timeout. Stay with us. You're listening to The Drive. It's Fan Run Radio, and we're back with more right after this.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Are you tired of trying to squeeze your dental appointments in on your lunch break or before you go to work? Here at Knoxville Smiles, we're all about making going to the dentist easier. That's why we're now open until 7 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. To take advantage of our new evening hours, make your appointment now at knoxvillesmiles.com or just call us at 865-539-1776. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Listen up, this is Thomas Miles, nephew Tommy. Okay now, fellas, let's be adults for a minute. Let me ask you something. When the lights go down in the bedroom, are you still clocking in? Or is the equipment on strike? Look, erectile dysfunction is real. It can mess with your mood, your confidence, and don't even talk about the side-eye you get from your lady. But there's good news. Men's Pro Knoxville has licensed medical providers who specialize in turning oh no into let's go. And forget those same old pills. They don't work for everybody. These folks have options most men don't even know exist. Your consultation, just $99. Blood work, consult, and maybe even a test dose if the doc says so. They got an in-house lab, so you'll know where you stand in minutes, not days. So stop stressing. Call 865-544-8220 or hit menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville. Making it happen.
Citizens National Bank.
We make it easy to save money. Get access, dining and travel with the CNB Plus Perks account. It's a powerful new way to save money with roadside assistance, cell phone protection, identity theft protection, and credit monitoring. Banking at CNB has its perks. Call or stop by a branch for more details.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City,
Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Good afternoon. The police sorting out a couple of wrecks we had out here earlier. Here's what we're seeing. Heavier traffic volume just in the last few minutes. 40 west at 17th Street, Alcoa Highway, as it gets busier. 40 east up the hill at Watt Road, coming up off that split, especially coming up from Loudoun County to the north. There's been a little bit of radar on and off 75 up through Anderson on into Campbell County. Hey, Amco Transmissions, serving East Tennessee since 1962. Call Amco Transmissions in Knoxville, 832-8686. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
I am a real American, fight for the rights of every man. I am a real American, fight for what's right, fight for your life.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues.
It comes crashing down and it hurts inside.
You know what? This might be, is this the greatest wrestling intro music of all time? You know, we are partial to the Macho Man and the pomp and circumstance in the opening to this show.
I mean, it's hard to top the Macho Man. This is definitely up there on the. I put it on the Mount Rushmore along with probably Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You hear the glass at your ass. It's pretty good.
I forgot about that catchphrase. You hear the glass at your ass. Who else had a good one? DX.
I mean, there are a bunch of good ones out there, but Real American. I mean, I know you probably turned your back on that, and you know whatever you did when the Iron Sheik came out, stood at attention, saluting the Iranian flag, all that stuff. But,
I mean, he was the Iron Sheik. His skills on the mic were. I mean, he was didn't have many peers.
Got to vote for HBK.
I didn't like HBK.
You didn't? You don't like him, a sexy boy?
No, I was always ready. I wanted somebody to just
Not
pound
your boy
his face
toy.
and pulverize him.
I'm just a sexy boy.
I like the
Imagine the nerve it takes to come out to a song that says I'm a sexy boy.
I mean, half this stuff.
I love HBK.
Remember The Godfather? He's probably, you couldn't have that character now. He'd be problematic.
What was his? I mean, he had the Ho Train.
Yeah.
Was that the name of his song?
I can't remember it. It was.
I saw him once on campus when I was in school.
How big was
I
he?
was walking. He's a pretty big old boy. Like I was walking by the arena for some reason. Wrestling was in town, and I saw him like getting out of his car and walking in. And it was during that time when that was his character. He was a pimp.
Yeah.
The Godfather. He had the Ho Train.
The Dudley Boys was pretty good. There's a ton of them. I mean, they were all. I mean, that was part of it. If you had a good entrance song, usually you were over with the crowds. You know what I mean?
Had to have it.
You had to have a really good one.
Let's get Geraldo in here as we get set to go to the busy phone lines for the first time today. 865-966-3435. Your number to get on the show. 865-966-3435. What's up, Geraldo?
Hello, sir. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, Shawn Michaels was the best in-ring performer of all time. I mean, there's no denying that. The man was called Mr. WrestleMania. He was literally the best. You should look up clips of him and his Hogan thing. He did not like Hulk Hogan. And so, he absolutely oversold everything in the ring with Hogan. You gotta look it up.
I love HBK because he was a great finishing move, the sweet chin music, and
so good.
I just
Tuning
remember
up the band.
I remember when he was a great heel in the early DX days. Do you remember when, Mike Tyson was?
Yeah,
he was at WrestleMania one year. And he was there.
He was a referee.
Hogan and HBK were beefing. Hogan was going up against DX, and I remember
Stone Cold. It is Stone Cold.
Yeah, Stone Cold. Sorry. Yeah. Michaels hides underneath the ring, and Tyson and Stone Cold are in the ring doing something or whatever. And Michaels must have hid under the ring for the entire night. He gets out there. Stone Cold's got his back turned. Michaels is wearing a full-on Canadian tuxedo. He's got the jeans and the denim. Yeah. And he gets in the cowboy boots, and he gets out and he's crouched in the corner. Stone Cold's got his back turned, doesn't know, turns around, boom!
Sweet chin music.
Just laid him out. Laid out the face, the baby face. The heel got him with the heel.
I didn't like him.
Shawn
Michaels. Yeah,
He's a great heel, man. He made you hate him. He made you hate him. Yeah.
Didn't like DX a whole lot.
I think the argument. Go ahead, Geraldo.
No, go ahead. No,
I was saying, like, I agree with you. I think Shawn Michaels, like, from a technical perspective, is the best, like, in-ring wrestler. It's either him or Bret Hart of the two guys that were the best at
Kurt
the
Angle
actual
says hello.
physical wrestling.
yeah, I mean, just the any match you would watch with Shawn Michaels, it's going to be a great match. Always. Also, I would have to agree with Tombstone, probably the best Western movie if you're introducing a Western to anybody.
So I've been sitting here looking at the 100 best Westerns according to RottenTomatoes.com. You guys want to guess where they've got Tombstone ranked?
13.
60.
Number 83.
Really?
I know, right?
That's wild.
Sacrilege.
That's absurd.
They've got it ranked
What a list.
behind Shanghai Noon.
That's
I've
terrible.
never heard of that movie.
It's like Jackie
With
Chan
Jackie
and
Chan,
Owen Wilson. It was a terrible movie.
Unforgiven's a really good one too. I really liked the remake of 310 to Yuma.
Yes.
Never
That's a
saw
good
that.
Russell Crowe and
Christian
is it
Bale.
Ben Foster, is that the bad guy in that?
Did you guys watch
Yeah,
that
yeah,
movie
yeah.
Crow did where he was like the road rage guy?
Yes.
What's that? What movie?
Yeah, that was good.
He was psycho.
What was that movie called?
That's how I imagine everybody on the internet is.
Was Russell Crowe in that movie?
Yeah. Guys, I love Christopher. He is one of the greatest of all time. I'm going to have to push back on some of the things he said just a little bit in terms of Boo Carter. I think this situation is very different than the Nico situation. I think Nico obviously had a very strong family support around him. I don't think that's the same situation here. So, like, I don't think he's getting any sort of advice at all. So I think it's one of those things where fair is not always equal. And so this is a situation where it's like, I wouldn't treat this exactly the same as Nico in terms of like, okay, if you don't want to be here, you can go, that sort of thing. I think this situation maybe needs a little bit more grace.
Well, I just think that's up to Boo at this point. I mean,
I agree.
reports
I
of
agree.
Heupel can't find him. We're trying to locate the kid. Like, he's got to decide whether or not he wants to play football this year. And
Absolutely.
specifically whether or not that he wants that to be at the University of Tennessee. And if the answer to that is yes, then he's going to have to apologize to the team, and he's going to have to straighten up and fly right this season, because this can't just be a lingering thing where we're I mean, the kid's gone after this season, even if he plays here, right? I mean, he is going to.
You just want to get this one,
get in the portal.
Kind of like we said with Nico, we would.
I'm not sure that's worth it just for one more year. If it's going to be a big distraction,
I mean, it may not be if you're going to alienate half
I
the
don't
locker
think he would
room.
be in the portal. I don't know. Not the sense I get. Maybe I'm totally wrong.
he is
on
going
that.
to come back to you as soon as this season is over and say, I want another $1 million raise, and I want to play offense, and I want to dictate all these things. That is absolutely going to happen.
That might happen. But that's also going to happen with a ton of other players.
Well, that's the thing. You made your line in the sand with Nico, And now I kind of think you got to stick to it. You renegotiate deals at the end of the year as long as it's done properly, respectfully. But this is not okay, man. There's no way to run a program. So I hope he comes back, man. I hope that they get it figured out and he does come back for 2 more seasons. But seen this movie before. It doesn't usually end well. Geraldo, thanks, man. We got to run. Stay with us. Hour number 2 of The Drive coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw Premium Vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw Premium Vodka. Please drink responsibly.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Your Smokies are back home this week and so many great promotions every single night, like All You Can Eat Wednesday and Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers. Huge special guest on Friday. You guessed it, Santa and Mrs. Claus. It's Christmas in July. And on Saturday, it's wrestling night with live matches after the game. Fireworks both nights. Sunday, make sure to get the little ones out early with Peppa Pig. I'm Peppa Pig. Grab your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of The Drive underway at Fan Run Radio. Walker Smith, back-to-back days on the update desk. Top 4 at 4. Walker, what do you got?
Thanks, Russ. At number 1, some news and notes around Tennessee baseball today. Junior outfielder Reese Chapman went undrafted in the 2025 MLB draft 2 weeks ago and will remain with the program for the 2026 season. He has spent 3 seasons on Rocky Top and was the everyday right fielder last year. Meanwhile, junior Dalton Bargo is set to transfer to NC State after going undrafted. He spent 2 seasons in Knoxville and was the everyday left fielder last year.
I guess that answers our question. Was that earlier this week? We were wondering, kind of chewing that one, him and Chapman. Have they been recruited over?
I'll be interested to see what happens with. First of all, best of luck to Bargo. Like
Absolutely.
a key guy
Thank
on the
you.
national title team. Played, 2 home runs in that Game 3 win over Evansville in the Super Regional. Home run in Omaha.
We don't get that ring without him, probably.
No. And Chapman, I was really pulling for him this year. I just come out he did not do well enough, in my opinion, to merit being. I'm hoping that we have a better right fielder next year. And
his bat was just ice cold, wasn't it?
Yeah, he wasn't that good.
He didn't gun. I don't remember any big defensive.
Well, Tony got me fired up when he told us that, and he was alluding to Henry Ford, that we might have Jordan Beck in right field. His words.
Man.
So, that's who I'm hoping it's Beck in right. I really like Abernathy in center. And then, we need slugging, man. We need slugging, and Reese did not slug enough at a championship level. And I realized maybe he gets better. Hey, man, in Tony we trust. He made the decision to bring Reese back, so he obviously knows what he's doing. But I just hope we get better production from the right fielder. Has always got to be. That's not a throwaway spot. You want your right fielder to be a big bopper.
Yeah,
you want that guy in college baseball to be hitting over 300. Over 15 homers, ton of big time RBIs. We should have elite production at that spot.
At number 2, Hulk Hogan, the star who took professional wrestling to the national mainstream and became the biggest money-making draw in the history of the industry, died Thursday at the age of 71. Authorities responded to a call Thursday morning about a cardiac arrest. Hogan was pronounced dead at the hospital. In a post on X, the WWE said, quote, "One of pop culture's most recognizable figures, Hogan helped WWE achieve global recognition in the 1980s. WWE extends its condolences to Hogan's family, friends, and the fans."
Yeah, that's a good point too. Is Hogan took professional wrestling from more so that a regional southern type thing to a global phenomenon.
He basically it's not saying anything bad. Everybody's influenced by something, but he took basically superstar Billy Graham, basically Hulkamania before Hulkamania. It's where a lot of his inspiration for his character came from.
I didn't know that. Oh.
At number 3, any expansion of the NCAA basketball tournaments is growing more unlikely for this upcoming season, according to executives in the sport. During a speaking engagement at the National Press Club on Thursday, NCAA President Charlie Baker confirmed comments earlier this week from ACC Commissioner Jim Phillips that any expansion of the men's and women's tournaments would be, quote, tough to do for the 25-26 season. He pointed to the logistics involved with any expansion. The NCAA basketball selection committees met earlier this month, where committee members learned that expansion, if approved, would most likely start in the 2026-27 season.
Nobody, and I mean nobody but the greedheads, the NCAA, want this.
Yeah.
You're just continuing, they're just dilute.
Never enough for them, is it? Did you guys see?
That's perfect.
Did you guys see where there's more chatter of North Carolina joining the SEC today?
I have not looked into that. No,
that would be pretty cool as long as Belichick's there. He apparently walked into ACC Media Days without anybody. I guess he left his.
Adam Smith, who is with Inside Carolina, is also the father of modern economics, said that the SEC is, quote, where the Tar Heels are aiming as they consider seeking a potential departure from the ACC.
Much to, I imagine, Florida State and Clemson's chagrin. If you're the SEC and you get your pick of the 2 out of the ACC, who are you taking?
Well, I think you would take two. I mean, that's always been the SEC's expansion
that's what I said,
models.
you
We're
would take
always
two.
we're always taking two.
I'd take North Carolina.
I think North Carolina makes a lot of sense for a lot of reasons.
Been pretty decent at football over the years. They've got a pulse, and then basketball kind of speaks for itself. They're good at baseball. But who would the second one be? Because I really don't want Clemson or FSU.
I mean, Clemson's the logical choice when you look at it. I mean, they're one of the best football programs in there. They have a good basketball program too. And honestly, I would like if UNC would come to the SEC. We really wouldn't like that because that would break up the Duke UNC rivalry in all sports, which is one of the best, if not the best, rivalry in college basketball. And I don't want to see that not be played twice a year, every year.
I mean,
I don't have a
Duke
strong
and UNC
preference, and I don't even know that it's between those two. I mean, do you get into Virginia at some point?
Well, that would get them into the Nova, Northern Virginia, DC, Maryland.
And TV
corridor.
markets are such a big part of these discussions.
Huge market.
Academics, UNC and Virginia are very good academic institutions.
Gets into that what do they call it? The Tidewater area?
The entire state. Yeah, you get into the Washington, D.C., Baltimore markets a little bit at that point. But I'm old school. I'm an old man on the porch. If it's up to me, I'm contracting and expanding. So,
yeah.
But my guess is if they do expand this conference again, that North Carolina's going to be one of the schools.
I'd like to cut the Texas teams in Missouri out.
Yeah, Missouri doesn't need to be in the SEC, which doesn't make sense.
I get rid of South Carolina and Arkansas. I mean, I'm hardcore about it. So,
at number 4, Jets quarterback Justin Fields was carted off the practice field Thursday morning with a dislocated right toe, although the Jets said the quarterback avoided suffering a serious injury. Fields is expected to be ready for Week 1 against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
They say which toe it is?
They did not say which toe it is. The Jets said Fields would not miss significant time and is considered day-to-day.
Aren't we all?
I feel like if that was his big toe, he wouldn't be back by the season opener.
Is a dislocated toe that bad?
If it's your big toe, it can be.
You can't just pop it right back in?
No.
Figure it
all
out.
Kinds of tendon damage.
It's like a shoulder. You just put it back in.
Yeah, no. Big toes are kind of important to walking and running.
Glad he's okay.
Yeah.
It is that time of year, though.
I hate that. I love NFL training camp season and getting the reports and everything. We'll talk to Lucas Panzica coming up here in a minute about
5:20. Third hour.
All right, we'll talk to LP eventually about Titans training camp and everything that's going on there. But yeah, that every year, man, somebody's about to blow out a knee, somebody's about to bust an Achilles.
Yes.
And I hate that part.
Well, that's kind of what I was alluding to yesterday. I didn't even want to raise a specter of this very anxiety-filled next few weeks until we make it into the season.
I did see yesterday, I was going back through the Titans opening day training camp notes, and they apparently one of the first things that happened was Ward took a deep shot, and Treylon Burks and Jarvis Brownlee Jr. got tied up, and Burks was limping away. He's okay.
Of course.
But I was like,
of course he's limping.
10 minutes into the practice, Burks is already banged up.
We've got another nomination for best wrestling intro.
Okay.
Benny says the Road Warriors. They would sprint into the ring to Iron Man, would not even wait for the wrestler intros, just started beating the living hell out of their opponents. Legion of Doom forever.
Yeah.
Benny Smith.
Yeah, those guys were good.
Big wrestling fan.
Ultimate Warrior was kind of like that too. He had a really cool intro, but
bounce off the pound on.
But he would just run. He would just sprint down the ramp, full speed,
yeah.
slide in, and just go to it.
Yeah, Moondog Spot and Moondog Rex. They were one of the early pioneers of that move.
And most of the time when that would happen, in a real sport, you're going to stop and get everything set and then start. But in wrestling, yeah, they'd run over and one guy would be taken by surprise, be beaten on, and then they just ring the bell. Like, here we go.
And they'd sling him into that move where they sling him into the ropes. And yeah.
The
I mean,
Irish
there's
whip.
something to be said. I mean, not many people can pull that move off, but that is a good one. Stone Cold used to do it some when he couldn't wait to get to Vince McMahon and get a piece of his.
I mean, imagine if we could just run through the T, run out of the tunnel, go through the T, and just run over there and start
tackling,
beating Georgia. Just get after him.
Like Josh Josephs, just go over there and immediately just start pummeling Gunnar Stockton. It would be good.
So, a couple of questions here this afternoon. Your favorite Hulk Hogan memory, your favorite wrestling intro, and what is the GOAT Western? Any guess what the number one Western according to Rotten Tomatoes is, Bear?
High Noon with Gary Cooper.
That is number 3.
Is it something I said earlier? High Plains Drifter? Go ahead.
See if I can do this. I can't.
Oh.
Wah, wah, wah.
With the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Where was the it's a song that Metallica comes out to.
The Ecstasy of Gold.
What movie is that from?
I think that's in all of those movies, Fistful of Dollars, and there's a
spaghetti
trio.
westerns.
Yeah. Well, it's the Faceless Man or the Nameless Man Without a Name trio, whatever they call that.
Yeah. I'm not sure what they call it.
Trilogy with Clint. Who was the guy that made it? Sergio Leone was the director of those. Who was the music guy?
Enrico.
Yeah, Morricone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Enrico Palazzo.
Metallica has come out one time in like the past 40 years without coming out to Ecstasy of the Gold. You know where it was?
No.
Virginia
Moscow?
Tech.
Oh, they came out to their own song?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Then they broke into another one, then they found their way back to it.
DR Vol is next on the drive. What up, DR?
What's going on, guys? Before I get started, and this is not a knock, he's one of my favorite callers, but are y'all kind of shocked Geraldo likes Westerns?
No, not really. I mean,
He's a
Star
film
Wars
buff.
draws a lot from those Westerns. I mean, the Leone influence in the
Gunslinger.
Star Wars movies is pretty palpable.
I mean, Han Solo is a pretty good gunslinger.
Yeah, well, it just the segments, the shots on
Tatooine.
yeah, Skywalker's home, and then in Jedi when they go out to the hole in the ground at the ship and Jabba the Hutt and everything.
You know, Russ, I've always said we've got very similar taste in movies. And Open Range, I think that's the most overlooked Western there is.
Great movie.
That's my second favorite. It's incredible. It's my second favorite Western. I remember that's when surround sound started becoming a thing, when that came out on DVD. And we bought it, and that gunfight, my mom had to hold the lamp because the subwoofer was under the little nightstand area at the coffee table, and it was just shaking that lamp because, man, that is an all-time gunfight. And especially how it starts. It kind of shocked me as a kid. You the one that killed my friend. That's
You the
right,
one that killed
man.
my friend.
Yes.
What-
I
what
shot
did-
the boy, and I enjoyed it, too.
I enjoyed it too. And then,
That was
spoiler
the guy
alert,
from some
boom, right in the forehead.
blew his head off. Oh God, it was awesome. And you're right, Robert Duvall is not appreciated, man. There's some great lines in that movie too, and the free grazing. I love that line where he hits that guy with the beer glass. The bartender said, "Listen out your good ear."
We'll have our
God.
drinks now.
Listen out your good
Yeah,
ear.
I'll have me another. Sarah, you would like that scene. God, it's good. You know the guy in that tends to their horses. He was from Savannah, Tennessee. You remember he's reading that letter and he's crying? Well, he was actually dying of cancer, and he knew that was his last movie. It was like his goodbye to his family.
Yeah, he was in a lot of movies. That guy, he was the dude with the mouse in The Green Mile.
Yep.
Oh, him.
Yeah,
Okay.
great character actor.
And obviously, Tombstone's the GOAT. If you love that movie, you got to go out there. I was at Tombstone, Arizona last week. I mean, it was like my Disney World. It was like the guy that was the music lover, as Doc Holliday said, he's buried out there. And it's they show a lot of places, like the people in that movie that were actual people, like where they were shot and killed. They've got it marked on the streets of Tombstone.
Really?
And it was just, oh, dude, it's off. The old guy, the marshal that they killed at the beginning, the guy that's high in opium, they've got the spot where he was shot and killed by Curly Bill.
Curly Bill, hand him over.
And as far as Hulk Hogan, I mean, Rush, you put two and two together. You know why Bear liked it when he became NWO. It's because he didn't have to hear the American song anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I just always rooted
You
for
know how that
most
goes.
of the heels. I just, the only heels I never really liked were DX. But
Go figure. The best heels of all time is the one Bear couldn't get with.
well, no, I mean they were feuding with Stone Cold, and he was kind of the anti-hero.
So DX is why I was no longer allowed to watch WWF anymore. I remember I went in the backyard to live in the country, and I was taking a leak, and my neighbor's dog started barking at me. Well, I started doing the suck it sign. I didn't know what it meant. I just had seen it on TV, and my dad came back there. He said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Nothing." I got a whipping for lying, and I actually did not know that was a bad thing. So from then on out, I couldn't watch WWF anymore.
You didn't know lying was a bad thing?
I didn't know the suck it thing was a bad thing. I was a young kid. I didn't understand what that meant. I just
Yeah.
had seen it on TV, and it was. But they were the best bad guys. I agree with you, Russ.
I remember we weren't allowed to say something sucks in my house growing up.
Really?
Yeah. Like mom thought that was just completely uncouth.
My parents were just, I think my mom was so happy we were saying something besides,
She was right, but now it's just that
it's a common
part of the lexicon. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
common
sucks.
phrase.
Bear, I did think of you when I saw the news on Hulk Hogan. How great would the tweets have been from the Sheik if he was still around?
Oh, I mean, you can go. I mean, most of his tweets were about Hogan. That's the thing. I don't, God rest his soul, but he wasn't universally beloved behind the scenes. A lot of
No.
those guys
And-
had beef with him for real.
And he didn't call him Hulk Hogan. He called him the Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Great follow on Twitter. He's got some great old tweets. But, guys, that's about all I got. I appreciate it.
Watching the footage of Mean Gene interviewing Hogan, right?
Oh,
It's all
yeah.
about-
I mean, they couldn't. I don't.
That's what I wanted. Like,
The-
I would like to be, if I could have any wrestling job, because I know I'm not a big guy, not athletic or anything. I'd like to be like the
Tony
nerdy,
Schiavone?
the straight man,
Mean
like
Gene?
interview.
Yeah.
Like they always end up
Yeah,
punching
but
and pile driving.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Eventually you're going to get, clobbered. I mean, think about all the great guys that Okerlund worked with. Roddy Piper, Hulk Hogan. I imagine standing next to the Macho Man could get pretty intense.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
all sizzling on whatever.
When we continue, we'll get the mayor of South Knoxville in here, Phil, 865-966-3435, your number. If you want to chime in this afternoon, couple lines available. Don't forget What You Talking About returns next week. Very exciting and fabulous gifts and prizes to see who can become the number one guy who knows stuff on the drive. Stay with us. It's Fan Run Radio. We're back with more after this.
The Drive. Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Are you looking for a treat that will knock it out of the park at the next watch party? Just like your favorite baseball team, Crumble brings the best lineup week to week with an expanded roster that includes key lime pie, strawberry cake, or my personal favorite, Monster featuring M&M candies. Let Crumble treat you to the best cookies in the game. Download the Crumble app and start earning rewards. You can even vote monthly on what flavors you would like to see at any store of your choice. Warmer weather is here, so get to the ballpark, but don't miss the cookies.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting. with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. In football and life, you need a solid defense to protect what matters most. That's where Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee comes in. Score peace of mind with Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols. They're your line of defense. FBITN.com.
This is Baseball VFL Cody Brown. Farm Bureau Insurance is the official insurance of the Tennessee Vols. I'm here to be that line of defense for all your insurance needs. Give me a call at 865-992-3871 and go Vols.
Citizens National Bank. You want a bank that lets you bank when and where you want to. Your local branch, the grocery store, your computer, your phone, it's up to you. You want people who care about taking care of you and your money too. Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
It's been quite the offseason for Georgia. I mean, if Kirby Smart doesn't have the Kirby Cup locked up at this point, then
are we going to have a Bulldog on the docket?
Is it a day that ends in Y?
I guess so.
Georgia commit Chase Calicut arrested in Texas this week. He faces a second-degree felony charge over his alleged involvement in a violent driving incident involving a gun.
What?
17-year-old football player at North Shore High School in Texas arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon following an alleged road rage incident in which shots were fired. It's a high school kid. According to court documents reviewed by, but it sounds like he chose the right school.
Yeah, Georgia. I'm surprised that he combined speed with a violent assault and gun charges all in one.
They call them the total package. That's a 3-star. They have a 5-tool player in baseball. Georgia calls that a 3-tool player in football.
Yeah,
guns,
high speed,
recklessness,
rage.
and rage. Yes,
possible pistol whipping.
According to documents, 17-year-old man and another 17-year-old passenger driving a blue Hyundai Sonata in Harris County, Texas on July 6th, when Calicut and another person identified as Isaiah Phillips were spotted driving behind them in a black Escalade. Calicut was originally driving the vehicle when the victims claimed that the football prospect got around in front of their car and hit his brakes, forcing the victim to hit his brakes. According to documents, the victim tried to get away from Calicut, who continued to chase him in the car, driving erratically alongside of him, rolled down his window, and at some point, the victim claimed he witnessed Phillip inside the Cadillac with a handgun pointed toward their vehicle. Victim then managed to get away, but told law enforcement that he heard what he believed were gunshots fired towards him.
Good Lord.
What a bulldog.
My God.
I mean, he could maybe be that. What positions he play? Does he say?
It does not, but
if you had to guess, thinking like
he's a 4-star defensive back.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking DB.
Some crazy safety.
Need for speed.
I mean, most schools would go ahead and rescind the scholarship. I hear Georgia has moved him to the top of their class.
They've got him a new track hawk waiting on him.
They're already naming him a captain for next year.
Oh, Lordy.
Elsewhere, a New Jersey Little Leaguer was suspended for a bat flip after hitting a walk-off home run, and his status for his team's next game is in jeopardy after his father filed an emergency temporary restraining order so he can play. And I saw a follow-up. Apparently, it's been granted, so they had to go to court. He was suspended for the bat flip.
Right.
And they said that warrants an immediate ejection. which means he can't play in the next game, which is the championship game. And they had to go to court to get a TRO so that he can play in the game.
It was very Drew Gilbert-esque. I'm watching it right here on Walker's computer. Yeah, I mean, remember the one after the bottom of the ninth Grand Slam?
Yeah.
It reached that kind of altitude, according to this video, it looks like.
This is so soft. What are we doing? Let the kids flip bats. They're not.
Where do you draw the line? He hurls that thing 40 feet in the air. If it hits somebody in the head and they become like a vegetable, some kind of brain injury.
A what?
A vegetable.
Vegetable?
I was watching Spandu Dice Clay last night.
Vegetable?
Sorry. Yeah. And
that would not be good. I mean,
I don't know.
This isn't numb. There are rules.
Well, we all know
then
that this is not a safety issue.
I mean, yeah, you're throwing an aluminum bat 40
Whatever
feet in
happened
the
to
air.
sportsmanship?
Exactly. And the dad filing the lawsuit. I mean, that's just the day and age we live in.
Soft.
I never got
Ooh, I mean,
suspended
what-
where my old man was going to file any type of lawsuit or talk to a lawyer. Told me to make better decisions. I wouldn't have been suspended.
Why didn't you listen to him?
Yeah, I don't know.
And finally today, a Chuck E. Cheese employee was arrested earlier today for credit card fraud. Now, this wasn't a guy working in the back cooking pizza.
No.
This wasn't the guy manning the cotton candy machine.
It wasn't?
No, sir.
This was the Chuck E. Cheese mascot, the guy in the mouse costume.
Really?
And there's footage of him being cuffed in his full costume, complete with the headgear. They're walking Chuck E. Cheese with his hands cuffed out of the Chuck E. Cheese. Can you imagine the trauma for the young kids at Chuck E. Cheese today in Tallahassee? They bring him out, and there's even footage of them lifting the head of the mouse off of before they put him in the car. I thought this was just like somebody was making a video.
No, it's real.
No, this is real. Chuck E. Cheese was arrested today in Tallahassee for credit card fraud.
It's so funny. Like, imagine being a kid having your birthday party on just a random Wednesday, middle of summer. You're pumped to go to Chuck E. Cheese, and you see police officers shove Chucky to the ground and arrest him on your birthday.
Crime doesn't pay, kids.
No, it does not.
Don't end up like this rapscallion. Obey the laws at all times.
Yes, even at Chuck E. Cheese. Especially at Chuck E. Cheese.
865-966-3435, your number to get on the show, 865-966-3435. If you want to chime in today, a couple of topics up for grabs. Let's talk to Phil. Good afternoon, Phil. You're on the drive.
What do you say, Debbie?
What's up, Philly?
How you and Barry doing?
Doing well. How are you, sir?
Hearing y'all talking about everything today.
Running the gamut, I believe, is the term we like to use, Phil.
Well, this North Carolina thing on the internet, is there validity to it?
I was reading the report at it was on Sports Business Journal, which is a reputable publication. Now, it's coming from Adam Smith with Inside Carolina is the name of the website. So, look, I'm sure that any ACC school from North Carolina to Georgia Tech would love to leave the ACC to come to the SEC. The question is, we saw the Big 12 reject Memphis, and they were offering cash money to get in there. Like, is it worth it from the SEC standpoint to have?
Yeah, North Carolina is a lot of population there to, it helped Tennessee.
It is. Well, and you got to go. Would it help Tennessee? Would it help North Carolina? It might hurt Tennessee if North Carolina recruits are more apt to stay in state. I'm sorry?
It probably helped their football, but not their basketball. Basketball is already elite.
Well, we're trying to poach recruits out of North Carolina in football and basketball all the time.
Yeah.
The question the SEC is going to have to ask themselves is it worth splitting this 16 slice pie up into 17 or 18 slices? So you have to go back to your TV partners and say, how much more money are you going to give us in our next TV contract if we add North Carolina and fill in the blank? And that's
or will the SEC flush some ones that are in here right now that are probably just on like welfare? You know what I mean?
That's a good question. I mean, I've never heard of them getting rid of schools. I mean, the candidates would be obvious in that situation, but I have not heard any serious talk of any of that.
This are y'all concerned? I mean, this is kind of a reoccurring pattern over at UT football. The players controlling the roost over there now.
It seems to be a recurring pattern with elite programs. I mean, we talk about Georgia. They don't seem to be recruiting a bunch of choir boys down there, do they, Phil?
No. But all honesty, Heupel has a hard time with derelict players, don't he?
I mean, the Nico situation is a little bit different. I'm trying to recall. I mean, have there been any other real?
Jeremy Banks.
Yeah.
He didn't recruit Jeremy Banks, but he was a cancer to the team.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with.
I mean, sooner or later, we're going to have to blame the head coach for some of this.
Well,
or lack of discipline.
I mean, we mentioned Georgia. Is Kirby Smart taking a lot of heat from them? I don't see Georgia fans wanting to run Kirby Smart off to bring in a coach who runs a cleaner program.
Well, Kirby Smart's winning championships, though. That's the difference.
Well, that's my point. And Josh Heupel's won 30 games in 3 years, so
that's not championships, though.
No, but I mean, is it worth starting over again?
I mean, it's almost like Rick Barnes winning 20 games in basketball. It's the same time criteria.
I feel like we're getting into a weird spot here, Phil. What are we talking about?
Just pay the money and get the players. That's how you win.
Just pay the money, get the players, and sweep it all under the rug like Georgia's doing.
Yeah. The question is, do you want to win or don't you? See,
I want to win. I want to win.
I mean, yeah. I would love to just be able to have all the money in the world and push all the stuff under the rug. But as you say, this is not NOM and there are rules.
I mean, there's only so much leeway you can give somebody. I mean, if his teammates are already tired of him, I think that's the biggest issue, don't you, Russ?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to have to be resolved. And then these are only questions that Heupel and his assistants can answer, but it's like, what is the likelihood, do you think, that this kid gets the message and is able to be a reasonably productive member of your team, your program for the rest of the season versus is he going to be missing practice during the season? Is he going to be a headache in the locker room, all that stuff? And if so, is it really worth it? He's a good player, man. He's a good prospect. He's not Travis Hunter. Mm-hmm. He's not Eric Berry. He's not Dale Carter. Tennessee would be fine without Boo Carter. He gets kicked off the team, and
he doesn't have their work ethic. I mean,
I understand the secondary situation with McCoy and everything. You brought in Colton Hood. You've got Jalen McMurray. You've been recruiting at a pretty good level.
I mean, it definitely is a loss, but it's like any relationship. When the bad starts outweighing the good, it's time to cut bait. Cut your losses.
Texter says, how is True Grit not in the conversation for greatest Western of all time? It's in the conversation.
I've got a hot take for you.
The sequel, the remake, better than the original?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a hot take. I mean, I think that's pretty much a given fact at this point.
And the little girl is married to, is it Josh Allen?
Allen, yeah. Haley Stanfield.
Yep.
Does that make you feel weird when you watch that movie now? Because she's like 13 or 14 in that movie, and that movie's 15 years. I mean, she's a babe now.
Yeah, she's almost what? She's late 20s, early 30s.
Total smoke show.
Yeah. I don't know. Whenever I watch her in that movie, I'm usually blown away just because she's such a good actor.
Yeah.
And just the way everything's just real matter of fact. And she's, sharing the screen with all these big time, Jeff Bridges and who was the
when I shoot somebody while I'm moving away, I tend to go backwards.
What's the rooster?
Lots of good quotes from that one as well.
Who was the actor that played the third member of their I'm drawing a blank right now. It's the old man, little girl, and then the younger guy. God, what's that actor's
Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Matt Damon. Yeah, True Grit was absolutely fantastic.
He's kind of low-key been in almost everything, hasn't he?
Who, Matt Damon? Yeah. Is that a prolific career?
Really good. It's a fun argument of like just how great he is compared to his peers.
I don't know. He's not better than Leo.
I agree. Not better than Leo, but like better than, I'd say he's had a better career than his best friend Ben Affleck. It's not really that close.
I don't know. Ben Affleck's been in some bangers as well. What I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
Tommy says, great Western watch, The Shadow Riders, featuring Tom Selleck, Sam Elliott, and Ben Johnson. It's a good cast right there.
Yeah, that's a lot of testosterone.
A lot of dudes.
I always loved Silverado when I was a kid.
I haven't seen that one.
Had Danny Glover, Kevin Kline, Kevin Costner.
I did not like Westerns for the longest time. Like I did not like them when I was a kid. It took a while. It was an acquired taste.
Like I was never into like those, like the 30-minute, like Gunsmoke, Bonanza, like any of the like TV show Westerns.
Rotten Tomatoes does list No Country for Old Men as the 13th best Western, Walker. So,
really?
Yeah, they're with you.
Love it.
Unforgiven, number 8. The True Grit remake was number 7.
Those are all movies I got to put on the list, especially True Grit and Tombstone.
She gets bit by the, spoiler alert, she gets bit by the snake. That's a great movie, man. The remake was. Who was in the original? Was that John Wayne?
Yes. And I can't remember the girl's name, but like she had a prolific career as well. Real tomboyish girl. Like it was a different type of actress. She was still very precocious.
Right.
But I've never seen the original True Grit all the way through, but I watched like the last half of it with my dad a couple months ago. Like a very tomboyish kind of blonde girl. Very different.
I wonder what his answer would be. This is an older.
Who?
Your pops, like best Western for him.
Yeah, I don't know, because he is into like he loves the like Gunsmoke and those shows.
Yeah. Matt, what
was the other one? There was another one, Gunsmoke, just a really popular Western.
There was Bonanza,
Bonanza,
with Green.
Iconic theme song.
Yeah. Michael Landon before Little House on the Prairie.
I just remember a quote from Quentin Tarantino that I always liked. He said, whenever I get real serious about a girl, I'll bring her over and show her Rio Bravo, and she better bleeping like it. So I saw that quote. And I was like, I've never seen Rio Bravo. So it's like a 1950s movie with Dean Martin and John Wayne. And it was okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I've been Jones to see, because I haven't seen it since I saw it in the thing. Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Well, it's not a Western.
No, but there's two movies that I've been trying to watch for the past couple of nights, and I can't find them streaming anywhere. Finding Forrester and Catch Me If You Can.
This is a great thing about movies now is you can watch, you don't even have to pay for the service. Movies are just, you can find them, man.
Oh, yeah.
Where at?
If you know the right
just Google
apps or
watch. Going to require me text and Trey?
Just Google watch fill in the blank movie free.
Okay.
You'll
and
find
then look in your video. It'll be there.
I'm going to do it on the break.
It'll be a weird Russian website half the time or
yes, that's
Daily Motion. Why?
You love the Russians.
No,
those are your people.
No, they're really not.
Well played, Walker.
Family's from the Ukraine. Not a big fan of
Russians.
Russians.
Weak.
Ukraine is strong.
Stay with us. The drive continues. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
And no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Whether you are buying or selling a home, or even looking for some land to build on and start a family, be sure to give Reed Emerson with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Heritage Group a shout. He is a longtime listener and supporter of Fan Run and has been serving the Mid-State for many years. Reed prides himself on his hassle-free and honest approach, and that's because he's not just chasing another commission. He wants what is best for his clients. Give Reed Emerson a call or text him today to get the process started. His number is 931-492-0418, or you can find him online at bhgheritagegroup.com.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth Only Drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw Premium Vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw Premium Vodka. Please drink responsibly.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Planning for spring at Lowe's means big savings on outdoor power equipment, and Lowe's knows nothing feels better than free. Buy one select Ego string trimmer, leaf blower, or mower kit. Get one select 56-volt battery free. That's up to a $299 value. Power through spring with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 4/3 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, streaming online, fanrunradio.com, your free Fan Run app, a variety of ways for you to experience the program this afternoon. 865-966-3435 if you want to chime in today. And let's get Rando in here next. What up, Rando?
Hey, guys. So on the Westerns thing, I don't know if it's been mentioned. Has anybody mentioned the Hateful Eight by Tarantino?
It's a great shout. That one's good.
Yeah,
It's
that is.
such a good
I mean,
movie. It's
technically,
such
he
a slow
made
burn.
2 of them.
Yeah,
Django's a Western too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I go back and forth with which one I like more.
I think Django's the best movie he's ever made. Just my opinion.
I like Django a lot better than Hateful Eight. Hateful Eight was good. It's not something I want to rewatch though.
Have you guys seen the video of Jamie Foxx talking about Leonardo DiCaprio and how uncomfortable he was saying the word?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Sam Jackson that actually had to give him permission. He was like, "Dude, say it. It's cool. I'm here. Say it."
Yeah, I think it was Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, it was worded very, very differently.
Yeah. Yes.
Say it,
Well,
MFer.
we're on terrestrial. We're not on VR. I remember, Bear. I remember. So shout out to the Hulkster. Drink your milk, take your vitamins. 24-inch pythons. May they rest in peace. Huge, iconic media figure. Complicated guy, but man, any kid that grew up in the '80s that watched any kind of wrestling or pop culture, Hulk was just such a huge part of it. I was stunned, and to paraphrase take a line from Lawrence Taylor, kids, don't do steroids. Just don't do steroids. I think this is. I can think of at least 10 WWE guys that have had heart attacks. I mean, it's the same way that Macho Man went out. There's Eddie Guerrero. There's quite a few of them that all went out the same way. So, all those guys from the '80s, man, is just. I worry it's just borrowed time on all of them before we find out. Yep, nope, heart attack, gone. I have not really chimed in a lot on the Boo Carter thing. I'm going to reserve judgment or opinion as far as what they do or don't do, whether it's the right call, whether it's the wrong call, because I'm going to trust Heupel and Kitzelman and the leaders on that team to do what's right. But even if he comes back, do you guys think this is just a one-year proposition that no matter what, he's gone after his sophomore year?
Boo Carter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I've said that. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point, he's a mercenary athlete, which is fine. I mean, that's the day we live in now. Kids are doing this for the money. Even if you get him back, I think that as soon as this season ends, he's going to be back out with his hand out again. I think you're going to have to deal with this foolishness again next off season. And I think if you're Josh Heupel, the question you have to ask yourself is it really worth it? And maybe it is. Maybe the answer is yes for this season because of the injury to McCoy, and you think he's that good a player. But I just think you have to be looking at it like even if you do get this resolved and he comes back, it's a one-year thing. And then I think you just do what you should have done with Nico at the end of last season, which is shake hands and wish him well and move on.
Yeah, I agree with that largely. I think it all comes down to one question. Is the team going to accept him? Because if the team feels he's a cancer, I mean, even if the leadership and the captains on the team are like, nope, we don't want him back, you've got to let him walk. And you just got to let him walk and let him walk on at Colorado or wherever he walks on at. But all right, guys. Well, good topic. Good to talk Westerns, largely forgotten. And yeah, Russell, if you have not seen Silverado, I had tagged you on your post on X the other day. Silverado is freaking fantastic cast, really great mid-'80s Western. If you have not watched it, I cannot recommend it strongly enough. It's great.
I'll put it on my list.
Not too violent, not too gritty, not Unforgiven, not Django, but it's a really, really solid movie. I'll say that. Y'all take it easy. We'll catch y'all soon.
Thank you, Rando. Appreciate it. One movie nobody's mentioned today. Anybody seen Bone Tomahawk with Kurt Russell?
I have not.
No.
It's a little intense. There's almost an element of the supernatural involved, but some great performances, a great story, and if you like the violence that Westerns have long been known for, you will love Bone Tomahawk. Great film. Go watch. Somebody sent me the trailer. It's about 15 years old, and I watched it like 5 years or so ago. And I was like, I have to see this movie.
one of my, and it's not a movie, one of the best Western, like anything made was, did you ever watch Deadwood, the HBO series?
I couldn't get into it. I watched
Really?
a couple episodes, couldn't
With
get into it.
McShane and Oliphant and
Couldn't get into it.
that Dirty Dan character. You didn't like him?
No. Here's one. And this is still on Netflix because I think it was made for Netflix by the Coen brothers, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
It's so good.
Is that the one with the really weird? I think I know what you're talking about.
It's a series of vignettes,
Mhm.
basically. It's like 6 mini movies, basically. And they're all 20 minutes or so long. Fantastic.
It's so funny. It's one of the funniest things Netflix
Dark,
has out
funny,
there.
weird, but just great. Great performances, great stories, a lot of really well-known actors.
The guy that the guy that just absolutely kills everybody. Wears the white shirt and what's this guy's name?
I mean, there's a couple of people. It's just really good. That's on Netflix. If you haven't watched that and you love Westerns, do yourself a favor. And
Yeah, Blake Nelson, the guy who plays Buster.
yeah, Tim Blake Nelson. Yeah, he's really good. Tommy is next. Good afternoon, Tommy.
Hey guys, how y'all doing this evening?
Doing well. How are you, sir?
Oh man, just been mowing out here in this West Tennessee heat. I hope it's a little cooler over in East Tennessee.
Be sure to hydrate, brother.
Oh yes, sir. Water and beer. You got to mix them out.
Yeah.
But no, man, I heard y'all mention earlier the Shadow Riders. Great watch with Sam Elliott, Tom Selleck, Ben Johnson. Great movie. But another one, I'm gonna real quick. Nobody's mentioned. It's kind of a goofy comedy western, but I think it was John Candy's last movie. Have you ever seen Wagons East?
No.
I think it was John Candy's actually last movie. So it's
Yes, I've heard of it. I never saw it.
it's actually pretty good. It's pretty funny. It's goofy, but it's actually pretty good. He's just no drunk trail boss, and it gets pretty good. He's bringing some people that went out west back east because they couldn't handle it. But it's actually pretty funny. But now Hulk Hogan died today, man. That just we know they come in threes, but after Ozzy and then all of a sudden Hulk, we got to check on our boy Justin Hanna. He texted me and a buddy of mine today and said that he was going to come home and watch NWO versus Four Horsemen and sob uncontrollably like any literally 40-year-old man should do.
I believe him.
So yeah, but guys, as far as this Boo Carter deal goes, I mean, if we lose him, we lose him. I mean, Josh Heupel, he cannot let players do this. I mean, Nico's dad tried to force him into some situations, and it didn't work. And if Boo wants to go on a hiatus and do whatever he's doing and not be a part of the team, then he's not part of the team. We'll just replace him. Is that wrong?
Not necessarily, man. I think, again, Heupel's going to have to – we always have that conversation when you have trouble athletes with off-the-field baggage, whether it's they're into other things, Aaron Rodgers, whether it's Kaepernick, whether it's Tyreek Hill, whether it's whatever their thing is that is some level of distraction. The equation that a coach has to consider is their level of talent greater than the level of baggage and the headaches that they're going to create. And I think that's what Heupel's got to weigh here. I don't know how good Boo Carter is. He flashed a little bit last year, but he was not some dominant superstar last year. I realize it's his true freshman season, and we're expecting him to develop as he plays more here. But this sounds like something that is tearing your locker room apart, quite frankly. And everything we're hearing suggests that the kid is not willing to come to the table and accept responsibility for his action. Now, if he is and he apologizes and does everything right going forward, then great. But if this is how he's going to be, and it's about the money, and you've got an agent involved and meddling in the situation, and you've got players that don't like him, and there's fighting in the physical confrontations in the locker room and all this stuff, then that to me seems like the juice ain't worth the squeeze, as we say.
That's it. Like I said, I hardly ever agree with Phil, but after the last 8 years listening to him, he makes some pretty good points. Georgia wins championships, they put up with it. So if he's that good, we'll put up with it, and maybe, not this year or the next, make a push and be one of the top tier teams in the SEC. But, and another thing real quick, and I'll get off here. I know y'all up against it. Why are we still reporting out on what number Nico's wearing at UCLA?
I didn't see that. What number is he wearing at UCLA?
The station posted he was wearing number 9.
Oh,
cool. I mean, who cares? I mean, he's probably going to look better there against lesser opponents, but I mean,
I know. I saw where Deshaun Jackson is over there. Is Nico making the rounds at Big Ten Media Days? Have we heard from him yet?
I haven't seen anything on it. I just spoke there today, and I just seen where the Fan Run posted he was wearing number 9. I'm like, why do we care? He's gone.
He gone.
Guys, I appreciate everything y'all do. I'm going to keep listening. I'm going to hop back on the mower and finish.
Hey, boy. There you
all
go.
right, man. Y'all have a good evening.
Thank you, Tommy. Appreciate it, man. We got to take a quick time out. Stay with us. The top 5 at 5 coming up upon our continuance here on The Drive. It's Fan Run Radio. Stay with us. We're back with more right after this.
The Drive.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Knoxville, mark your calendars. Fan Run Night at the ballpark is back. Join us Wednesday, August 6th at Covenant Health Park as the Knoxville Smokies take on Biloxi and we take over the stands. It's all you can eat night, so make sure to bring your appetite. Plus, we're hooking up the fans with exclusive Fan Run swag giveaways you won't want to miss. Come hang with the Fan Run crew, rep your team, and enjoy a summer night of baseball, food, and fun. Fan Run Night, August 6th. Be there.
At Knoxville Smiles, we're bringing the future of modern dental care to East Tennessee today. All of the scraping and polishing with the gritty stuff, that will soon be ancient history. At Knoxville Smiles, the future is here now with guided biofilm therapy. Using a gentle erythritol powder mixed with air and warm water, our hygienists can clean your teeth better than ever without all the poking and scraping. Visit KnoxvilleSmiles.com to find out more, or just call us at 865-539-1776.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Hey, Pack Rat. Yeah, you. Are you moving cross-country and you just don't know who to call? Call us right now. Listen, you've probably seen one of our containers in your neighborhood, but did you know that we can help you move anywhere in the United States? It's real simple. We'll drop a container off at the location you tell us to bring it to. You pack up your valuable possessions at your leisure. They stay safe right in your home. And when you're ready, call us. We'll come and pick up the container and give you a scheduled date of when your furniture and the other possessions will be at your new home. So if you're moving across country or across town, be a Pack Rat. Join the Pack Rat family. Call Pack Rat right now for your free quote. See y'all later, Pack Rats.
Call 800-965-1298. 800-965-1298.
800-965-1298. That's 800-965-1298.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Thursday. It's 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. I'm Russell Smith. Thanks for tuning in to the show. And we start with the Top 5 at 5. It's brought to you by Knoxville Smiles. Walker Smith, what do you got?
Thank you. At number 1, Hulk Hogan, the star who took professional wrestling to the national mainstream and became the biggest money-making draw in the history of the industry, has died today at the age of 71. Authorities responded to a call this morning about a cardiac arrest. Hogan was pronounced dead at the hospital.
One of the most iconic pop culture figures of the last 40 years or so. Sad day in the world of professional wrestling and acting career.
Wrestling.
Guy had his issues away from the ring, to be sure, but if you were about 9 years old in 1989, like I was, Hulk Hogan was the man.
Yeah, and he kind of, along with Ric Flair in the 70s and 80s, they kind of invented cutting a promo in wrestling in ways that no one had done before, and now almost everyone tries to emulate up to this point now. Like, everyone wants to cut promos like that.
Make no mistake, Ric Flair and Roddy Piper, those are the guys that really were the...
Yeah, Fulmer. Hogan could cut the promo, no doubt, but like to me, his magic was just like in the ring, just a larger than life persona, just a oozed charisma.
I would say so. I mean, I would still say he was probably better at cutting promos than he was the actual wrestling part. Like,
no doubt.
Like that's what we attracted everyone to him, was how dynamic he was on the mic.
What was your favorite part of like Hogan? The wrestling, was it the leg drop?
Well, I mean, I just thought it was. I was always hoping that the Iron Sheik could catch him in the camel clutch and make him tap.
I loved the when they start beating on him and punching him, and he'd shake it off.
Those are cool ones. Those are cool ones.
He'd Hulk up, as they called it.
Do the kind of hopping around the ring thing.
Yeah, point out, shake the finger. Oh no, you messed up, brother. Here it comes.
Oh, yeah, I think Bear said it earlier. I mean, him body slamming Andre the Giant is
broke my heart.
One of the coolest things that's happened in the ring.
Iconic moment for sure.
At number 2, the University of North Carolina is reportedly among several schools, quote, interested in seeking a potential departure from the ACC whenever the next round of collegiate realignment happens. UNC could even be considered at the front of the pack alongside Clemson. Inside Carolina cited the March settlement to last year's lawsuit filed by Clemson and Florida State challenging the ACC's conference exit fee and revenue distribution figures for providing a, quote, substantial victory to member schools for exploring possible pathways toward leaving the conference and relocating to greener financial pastures.
But as we talked about earlier, I mean, there's no doubt the North Carolina and, again, any school in the ACC would love to join the SEC. You can make more money, you're in a more prestigious league, all those things. The question is, what does the SEC think about all this?
Not a whole lot at this point.
Well, Greg Sankey is not one to, I mean, say what you will about the guy. He is as buttoned up as it gets.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's had conversations with ACC schools and representatives, and, presidents in the SEC and all that stuff. He ain't talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know what their feelings toward it could be. I mean, there have been rumblings about North Carolina and Virginia and Clemson and Florida State, Miami for a long time now.
Yeah.
Going back to the last round of realignment and even before then, but we just don't know if the SEC is interested. I hope they're not, man. I'm tired of this expansion. The conference has lost its soul. The Big Ten has lost its soul. We've sold our souls and gotten rid of a lot of what makes college football and these regional rivalries so special. I'm a Tennessee fan. I don't care about Missouri. I don't need that to be one of our conference games. I don't really care about Texas or Texas A&M, Oklahoma. Like these are not traditional regional matchups and rivalries. So just adding more teams would just further dilute that, in my opinion. But we'll see what the powers that be decide to do.
Yeah, and I mean, what was really interesting to me about this story is how UNC is kind of apparently jumped in front of line of Florida State and Clemson, which, we all know football is king, and like UNC is a big brand, but football wise, they don't touch what Clemson and Florida State are on the football field.
Yeah, but I don't think they jumped in front of them. I think it was back the last round. Like Florida and Clemson are not as attractive to the SEC as people that are big Clemson and FSU fans feel like they should. Did they not tell them no? They had no interest or something?
Again, it gets back to what we were just talking about. It's like, what is the SEC? We're the ones that have to extend the invite at the end of the day. You can't force your way into the club. And, to your point, Walker, like it's more than just the power of the brand of your football program. Football is going to drive this, but there are other, TV market. Are you in a different state? Are we already in South Carolina and Florida? I'm sure there are other factors that, we're not even talking about right now. It's not just one thing, right?
Well, they always kind of had that deal where it was often said that Louisville, Florida State, Clemson, that South Carolina, Kentucky, and Florida would balk at them being allowed in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and who knows how much truth there is to that, or what kind of crazy deals have been made.
I mean, does it have to be a unanimous thing or is it just like now? Do you have to have 9 of the schools voting in favor?
I think it's a majority. Because remember, Texas A&M didn't want. I mean, they wanted no part of Texas being in.
Sure.
How funny would it be if we bounced A&M and kept Texas someday?
Well, if you're just looking at it from a Tennessee perspective, would it strengthen our position against a traditional rival like Florida to have another school from the Sunshine State in this league that they have to compete with?
Maybe.
That's not something that the SEC is going to take into consideration, but it's something we can pontificate on as fans.
I don't know. I could probably, I don't think I could really handle either one of them, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. At number 3, Missouri football coach Eli Drinkowitz has received a contract extension through the 2029 season.
Where's he going?
I don't know.
Like what? Why are you in a hurry if you're Missouri to extend Drinkwitz? Did I miss where Texas is beating down the door trying to hire him, where he's being bandied about as a possible replacement if Kalen DeBoer flames out at Alabama? Where is Eli Drinkwitz going?
I have no idea.
They keep here's why people are skeptical, and they keep telling us, when they start NIL, the schools are really going to have to tamp down on this, outlandish coaching contracts. When they start revenue sharing, the schools are really going to have to tamp down and stop these crazy buyouts and the coaching contracts and everything. And then you got Missouri doing something like this. He's not leaving you. He hasn't won anything. Where's he going?
Well, I think the article that I got this from kind of highlights that the extension, it sends it through 2029. It gives him an extra year because his deal was supposed to expire in 2028. It's not much of a salary increase, but the main things about it is in the contract extension, it increases the salary pool for assistant coaches, strength and conditioning staff, and the support personnel.
Yeah, but again, he ain't going anywhere. Nobody's coming to looking to hire that dude.
All this stuff runs together. Did we give Heupel a bump after last season?
I can't remember. I know he hit all his bonus. He hit almost all his bonuses.
You go 10-2. I'm not saying we should. I know the money's ridiculous. He's paid plenty, but this day and age, you have a season like he had last year and make the college football playoff. Like if I was his agent.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're the head coach, you got to balance that out with, do I really want to? It's what you said. If you were a head coach, Russ, you would take less money if they would put it towards.
Well, what Drinkwitz, the assistants, and maybe we did that because we have hired all
players,
these,
not assistants.
Well, that and we've also expanded the staff. They hired, is it Alan Williams? I think the defensive backs guru, who was a former coordinator in the NFL. We brought in, I'm blanking. The head coach from North Texas, Littrell.
Yeah,
Seth Littrell is over there now. Marion Hobby, you bring him in. So, I mean, that would be the smart thing to do. If I'm Heupel, it's like, hey, man, invest in my staff. Let's invest in the support staff. Let's really nail in the analytics and all that stuff that we're working on. And yeah, let's put this money in the players. The biggest thing. If we have to replace Boo Carter, let's make sure we have a good replacement lined up.
Yeah, and just quick Google search. We haven't when we extended him was after the 2022 season was the last extension through 2029, $9 million annually. That was the last reported extension I believe we saw on a quick Google search.
For Hypes?
Yeah, for Hypes.
I thought you were telling me that Drinkwitz was making $9 million.
He was. He is.
They're paying that bum $9 million?
Even before the extension, he was making $9 million.
That's absolutely ludicrous. Go on to the next one before I get any angrier.
At number 4, Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark has no timetable for her return to the court, the team announced. The 2024 number 1 pick underwent further medical evaluations this week and will continue working with the Fever medical team on her recovery and rehab.
Still nursing a groin?
Yeah. Still nursing a groin.
You okay with saying that now?
She hasn't
skittish about it.
No.
She hadn't played since she injured her right groin July 15th. That's what it is. It's a groin muscle.
Groin.
Groin is just, I mean, that's one of those words. It's like moist.
Really?
I don't like it.
Have you ever pulled your groin?
On purpose?
It's a muscle. It's not your.
Yeah, I don't.
You do realize that. I mean, you got the maturity level.
No, I have very flexible groin muscles. That butterfly stretch always.
It's a good stretch.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Great stretch.
Always been really good at that. Very flexible down there.
At number 5, a North Carolina road was temporarily closed so crews could clean up the minty fresh mess of spilled toothpaste mixed with sawdust. The Asheboro Police Department said on social media that the incident occurred Wednesday morning on Gold Hill Road between Old Liberty Road and Giles Chapel Road. Quote, spilled toothpaste mixed with sawdust may smell good, but it sure is slippery, the department said. The road has already been reopened. What kind of toothpaste
is it?
Didn't say.
What kind of toothpaste do you use, Bear?
Crest.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm a Colgate man.
No, I'm a Crest man.
Colgate?
Mm-hmm.
I always end up Colgate when I take trips because that's always the only one I can find in the.
See, I'm the exact
travel
opposite.
Size.
And I came to a realization in Dallas last week because I have the little travel Crest thing that I keep in my shower kit, DOP kit, whatever. And my wife converted me to Colgate years ago, and it just
got a good flavor.
It works better for me. But I've noticed, like when I'm on vacation, the Crest, like it just doesn't get my mouth minty fresh and clean, and I feel like I've got bad breath with it. I think it cleans the teeth fine, but I don't like the aftertaste, and so I just made the decision. Look, I'm just gonna take the Colgate with me wherever I go.
I was a big Aquafresh guy for
me too. I grew up on Aquafresh.
The beaded, multicolored.
I had the pump for a while. I really liked the pump tube.
Got the close up when I got into high school.
Close up. You went there for a minute?
Yeah, because I mean, it kind of made it out to be like if you're gonna,
Yeah. Those are good marketing. It's like you want to get kissed.
Yeah.
You got to use our toothpaste.
Cinnamon close up. Yeah.
Cinnamon?
I think it was cinnamon.
Oh,
That's terrible.
gosh.
All
Not bad.
toothpaste should be mint.
Yeah, it
I mean,
should
can
just
we
be
can we
mint.
agree on that?
Yes, it should all be mint.
I went out with this chick. She's a hippy dippy, and she didn't like mint, and she just used like this fruit flavor too. It was god awful.
Oh my god.
It's like Tom's of Maine or something.
What?
Oh,
Those hippie outfits, bunch of granola eating SOBs.
Oh,
probably didn't shower a lot.
She showered.
coming up.
You get it twisted there.
Speaking of toothpastes, the top 5 at 5 brought to you by our friends over at Knoxville Smiles. Now open till 7 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They're cleaning teeth right now over there on South Peters Road. Go check them out. Tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. KnoxvilleSmiles.com. It's where I go for all my dental work. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
You still doing the later closing time for the working man? You just said that, didn't you?
Like 10 seconds ago.
Staring at
It
you.
was so not long ago. It was literally the last thing I said.
I'm sorry.
What's happening over there? I mean, you're looking right at me. You're not even distracted.
Yeah,
Like, what's
I am
happening
a little
in your brain?
I'm trying to figure out if this next commercial break.
You're
is gonna
looking at me.
disappear.
You're listening to me. Wow.
Oh man.
That reinforces it.
I guess so. Yeah. They're
Nobody will
they're-
forget.
They're open to 7. They're doing it right now. Quick timeout. The drive continues. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
105.7 FM, 1340 AM. Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app. This is Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Ready to launch your career? Axel Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axel proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axel, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axel Logistics is the place to start your career.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Look out, East Tennessee. It's The Chase. Right here on Fan Run Radio and Fox Sports Knoxville. Join me, Tennessee sports renaissance man, Chase Thomas, and the biggest rising stars in Tennessee sports media like Ryan Shumpert, Ethan Stone, Brian Sylvia, Caleb Jarreau, William Pattison, and so many more folks every weekday from 1 to 3 p.m. on WKGN's newest show, where we talk all things Tennessee Vols and always take your calls.
Are you looking for a treat that will knock it out of the park at the next watch party? Just like your favorite baseball team, Crumble brings the best lineup week to week with an expanded roster that includes key lime pie, strawberry cake, or my personal favorite, Monster featuring M&M candies. Let Crumble treat you to the best cookies in the game. Download the Crumble app and start earning rewards. You can even vote monthly on what flavors you would like to see at any store of your choice. Warmer weather is here, so get to the ballpark, but don't miss the cookies.
Good afternoon. Working with a couple of wrecks out here. Already busy now. Broadway through Fountain City over the ridge there in the halls as it gets heavier out here in West Knox. So 40 East has been slow on and off. They're trying to get past Watt Road, working your way up towards the truck scales. Chapman Highway going outbound. Be careful as you head out towards Seymour in those curves. Hey, Fountain City Jewelers, your diamond engagement ring headquarters. It's bridal season. Stop by and see Mark Enix at Fountain City Jewelers. They're right there next to Litton's. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. Lucas Panzica, 104.5 The Zone and Titans Radio in Nashville, joins the festivities. LP, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Good afternoon, fellas. Doing well. Training camp, football, I guess, is back, sort of.
Love it.
Almost there, Lucas.
Great time of year, man. Titans training camp. I've been reading the reports. So far, so good. No major disasters or anything like that. I mean, what's the big story after 2 days of camp?
Yeah, 2 days down, and, unsurprisingly, all eyes are on Cam Ward. I will say the pre-camp press conference a couple days ago on Report Day with Mike Bergonzi and Chad Brinker, the story was not necessarily Cam Ward because you have Lorenzo Carter retiring from out under the Titans the day before camp is supposed to start. I mean, you've got L'Jarius Sneed on the physically unable to perform list, which has people kind of raising eyebrows once again. But, they're somewhat playing football. Pads aren't popping quite yet. Those will be on next week. But obviously we're keeping our eye on the young quarterback in his first real training camp practices as an NFL QB. And, he's impressed, I think, as much as you can in that sort of setting. Just the poise, the kind of maturity and confidence that was talked about around him all throughout the draft process. We've seen a little bit on the practice field.
Well, as he looked, I mean, I've seen some clips and stuff online of Cam Ward. And again, like, it's hard to draw any huge conclusions based off skeleton drills and, not playing real football with tackling and all that stuff. But what have the reviews been like from those that have seen him?
Well, he just has this kind of way about him that he seems to have an answer for a lot of things, right? Even if it's just dirting the ball in certain situations, like 2 days of practice. So day one, offense was, in a little bit of a groove. They're doing some really simple stuff, right? Working on a lot of the run game, screens, check down stuff. And again, no pads are on, so nobody's being taken to ground and all these things. Defense won the day today, though. They picked off Cam Ward once. They kind of threw some different pressures at him. And those are the moments that you really care about, right? Like, we're going to see Cam Ward make these flashy plays and nice throws in camp. We are. He's the number one overall pick. That you kind of take for granted, but it's the other stuff. It's, okay, what happens when he sees a design in a corner blitz coming off the edge that was disguised really well by Denard Wilson, right? What happens not in the play that he throws the interception, because those are going to happen, but in the play right afterwards. And so today we got a chance to see Ward threw a bad interception. I don't know if it was a missed assignment, a busted coverage. There was no one in the area except Cody Barton, the linebacker. Very next play, he checks it down. The play after that, he threads a gorgeous ball, just beating the corner down the left sideline to Tyler Lockett with the toe tap completion. Great. And then there's a couple situations where they're throwing pressure at him. He's being flushed. He's got to get rid of the ball. And there was one moment where it looked like dead to rights. It's going to be a quote unquote sack, right? Blown dead, but he's able to get rid of it, give a guy a chance, but not put the ball in harm's way at the same time. So not perfect. It's not expected to be, but you just like sort of his poise in every moment and his consistency. He's just the same dude. Every time he speaks, every time he's on the field, communicating with teammates, you never see him getting fired up, jumping up, chest bumping guys. You never see him getting really too pissed off and angry, just level-headed, which is a departure, right, from what the Titans have had at quarterback. So that's all been positive. Again, understanding it's July 24th. We've been out there for 2 days, braving the heat, and they haven't even put pads on.
So you're saying 17-0.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You pencil it in, baby. AFC South champs. It's a tough division. The stars are aligning. No, this team, like, I'm sure you guys saw that clip that went viral of, the question of, can this team win the Super Bowl, right? And Borgonzi and Brinker exchanging looks. And they're like, okay, that's the goal every year, but we've got a lot of work to do, which, by the way, was a perfectly acceptable answer by those guys. That's the difference. One of the biggest differences from this year and last year, of course, and the messaging from the Titans, night and day. Night and day. It's such a more realistic view of where this team is than last year, where, they made all these splashy moves and, talking about we checked all these boxes and hyping it up, and then it just fell so flat on its face. They're doing a better job of measuring expectations this year and making it clear that they know this is a rebuild. This is not a putting chips in for 2025 thing. This is going to be a long-term deal, and that's easy to tell looking at the roster, right? The pass rushing room, how thin it is. It's just not very dynamic, not a lot of difference makers in there. A lot to work on in this roster. But of course, Cam Ward's going to drive all the excitement, and that's been the case the first couple of days of camp.
Are you impressed with Mike Borgonzi? It's a big change from a year ago when you had Rand Carthon running the show out there, and he comes in from the Chiefs. And, you talk about Cam Ward kind of being a under the radar type guy. That's maybe a good description of just my impressions of Borgonzi is like he's content to stay in the background and just sort of he's an operator behind the scenes.
100%. Yeah, you can see how those guys could maybe get along in a meeting. And look, Rand Carthon, the GM from last year, obviously, I feel like he has gotten a lot of stuff pinned on him somewhat unfairly. I feel like he took over a situation that was never set up for him to succeed, right? Where you hired him to work with Vrabel, who didn't want to work with him in the first place, and then they decided to stick with Rand. And it's just a comedy of errors all along the way. And Rand Carthon made some bad moves as the Titans GM. But Rand was a guy that, was up there at the podium, and he's chopping it up, and he loves it, right? And he's a relationship guy. It's what he does. He's also one of the most genuine humans you'll ever meet. He can have a conversation with anybody. He'll remember your name. He'll make you feel, like a part of the conversation and on equal footing, all of those things. That's fine. That's not what the Titans wanted in their next GM when they let go of Rand. They wanted a dude that literally cared about nothing but building a football team. And that's Mike Borgonzi. Just the body language up at the podium. Like, that dude would rather be anywhere else in the world than answering questions. So, yes, I think that's a good observation. Under the radar, just focused on one thing, eyes on the prize. If it turns into building a contending team, we don't know yet. But obviously he's got the resume and the pedigree. And it does feel like they're building this thing out the way that you're supposed to do it when it comes to a full down-to-the-studs rebuild. And it starts with potentially the franchise quarterback.
Yeah, Rand Carthon, you do have to feel for him a little bit. It's not like he got a full and fair shake in Nashville, but and he was saddled with Will Levis. I mean, that was the guy that was there, and they had to build around. And obviously, we can go in and declare that pick a bust at this point. I think it's the results are in. And what do you make of the decision, the surgery? A lot of people wondering, why didn't he get that? If that was a lingering injury from last year, why didn't he take care of that as soon as the season was over, or maybe at some point during the season last year, so that he could be healthy enough to either A, compete for the job with Cam Ward here in Nashville, or B, be somewhat of an enticing trade candidate for a quarterback desperate team to where maybe the Titans could have gotten something for him.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. I mean, he was full go in the offseason program. The Titans publicly have not batted an eye at it. They've said, we knew that he was going to kind of keep circling back and consulting and that this was a possibility. But at the same time, you look at it, like it's easy to have that exact reaction. Like, dude, you haven't played football since January. You were full go at practice. Why the decision now? And the timing, nothing is a coincidence like this. So I will say the Titans publicly, nor have you heard anything about the Titans having interest in moving Levis throughout the offseason. Now, could that have changed if Levis impressed in training camp and in a preseason game, and maybe there was a little bit of value there, the way there was for Malik Willis last year? Like, Malik created value for himself because he had some good performances in the preseason, because the game tape in regular season games was terrible on Malik Willis, but the upside was there, and then he played well in the preseason, and you got a 7th for him. Well, Levis, obviously, the upside is higher. He was a high 2nd-round pick, not a low 3rd-round pick. So you would have thought that maybe there could be something there, and maybe that's the route the Titans wanted to go. Like, no, we don't really want to move him in the summer. Let's see what happens in training camp. I don't know. And maybe Levis's camp was, okay, you're not going to work with us on this, then we're going to shut it down. We're not going to risk injury to be your 3rd or 2nd quarterback or whatever. I don't know if that's all the case. You just kind of try to read the tea leaves and read between the lines. The timing's weird, though. And the ultimate takeaway, though, for me, guys, is we don't have to talk about Will Levis for an entire season. Like, let's just, like, I'm to the point where I genuinely feel for the guy. Like, it's not his fault the Titans drafted him. I think we're all in agreement on where a lot of people stood, where I think everybody in this segment stood about him, whether or not he could be the guy. But they drafted him, and they went for it, and it kind of turned out like a lot of people thought it would. But I am to the point where it's like, this dude's faced enough embarrassment. I do think he's a genuine human who, like, tries and puts effort every time he's on the field and wants to be a good teammate. So I am, like, on a personal level, happy for him that he can just shut it down. He's going to be in California for a while with the procedure and rehab, and then just reset for next year because the Titans are moving on. And so I'm glad for him, and I'm glad for us that we don't have to keep beating that dead horse, and he doesn't have to keep answering questions about it after every training camp practice.
Lucas Panzico, 104.5 The Zone, Titans Radio, with us here this afternoon on the show. And Lucas, wrapping up our Titan talk here, what did you think of Mike Vrabel biting that poor guy's head off in the press conference yesterday at New England?
Yeah, it was very it was mid-season form for sure. There were quite a few of those here. I'm not going to act like I wasn't the victim of any of those, right? I'm not like a beat writer in the press corps. I'll be at a press conference now and again, but I'm kind of chilling in the back. I'm not raising my hand in there, and I was never a victim of Mike Vrabel's in that way. So I don't know what it's like to be on the receiving end of it, but it happened quite a few times here, and he didn't discriminate. I mean, he would let anybody have it, and that was very classic Vrabel. I'd be lying if there's not like a small part of me that kind of misses that, because you would just watch a presser and you just waiting for that moment. But no, it was very quintessential Mike Vrabel. I am fascinated to see what those press conferences look like if the Patriots are struggling in week 9, right? And Drake May is not playing well. That's not a very good roster up there. And he is being crowned a little bit as the hero, the prince who was promised coming home to New England. So we'll see how that goes.
That is one thing I'm interested to see, because you're right, that roster is not very good. So who was it he got? It was somebody comes on with, he got sideways with one of our regulars. Was it Rexroad?
Oh man, I mean
Vrabel?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got sideways with everybody over there.
Yeah.
Him and Kuharski's boxing matches were pretty legendary.
Well, I think the most legendary one might have been Jim Wyatt, of all people, right? Who
Mild-mannered Jim Wyatt. The guy's literally on the payroll.
Literally works for Tennessee Titans. Now, to Jim's credit, like, he's no corporate shill in a press conference. Like, you hear Jim ask a question, you don't think, oh, this guy. He's just like, Jim is still the same Jim Wyatt that he was when he was breaking stories at the Tennessean. Titans just, if you can't beat him, make him join you kind of thing. But it was a couple of years ago. I think it was a Brady. The Patriots were doing something for Brady, and there was a thing where they kept asking Vrabel about the Tom Brady ceremony in New England and what he thought about it. And Vrabel's retort every time was, doesn't affect me one bit. Doesn't affect me one bit. And it was Jim who kind of kept coming back around. Yeah, but and I think Vrabel just walked off. Off the podium. He had several of those for sure.
Lucas, big topic of conversation here this week in Knoxville has been Boo Carter. I'm sure you've been keeping up with it. What are your thoughts from afar as Josh Heupel tries to get Boo Carter back in the fold? Is it too far gone at this point? Should we just tell the kid to hit the bricks, or is he good enough to where you got to do whatever you can if you're Josh Heupel to make sure that he's in the fold and on the practice field when Tennessee gets after it next week?
Yeah, what a weird situation. I mean, there's enough concrete stuff on it at this point, right? Like, I know Basilio was kind of out talking about it, and then I saw Adam Sparks on it, and Brent Hubbs of VolQuest joins our morning show on The Zone every Friday morning. I'll be interested to see what he has to say about it tomorrow. But there's enough there that obviously something's going on. My thing is, but what's he going to do? Like, where are you going to go? I mean, what recourse does Boo Carter have to join another team right now? I don't understand it. I don't understand anything about if there is a strategy behind it on his end, from his camp's end. Is it just like a bad apple situation? I have no idea. It's a weird thing. But to answer your question, like, yeah, you do that to a point, right? Clearly there was something along these lines with James Pierce Jr. last year. It was certainly a lot less public than the Boo Carter stuff seems to be, but we knew how important James Pierce Jr. was to this team at the time. James Pierce Jr. was being mocked as maybe the number 1 pick in the draft. So maybe you bend the rules a little bit more for a guy like that. With Boo Carter, it's fun. It's dynamic to think about what he is and what he can be, but it's still more potential and upside than what we've seen, right? So far, we've seen some good play on defense and some flash in the punt return game, but nothing as far as the offense-defense thing that has people so excited. So there's got to be a breaking point somewhere along the lines. I get the feeling Heupel will kind of lean on the leaders of his team that I'm sure have come together in a way that is unique in the last few months for obvious reasons. So I don't know. I don't know how touchy this is for Josh Heupel, given how the Nico stuff played out. But you get the feeling that he's going to, lean on those guys, Miles Kitzelman and Arion Carter and those kind of guys in this kind of situation. But I just keep coming back to, like, all right, Boo, like, what are you going to do? Like, what play do you have here? There's no portal for you to hit before the season. You can't just, you're not a grad transfer. I don't know. It's just a weird situation to me.
I thought Lucas was giving a little homage to Hulk Hogan there. What you gonna do, Boo? What you gonna do, brother?
Hey, it happens in threes, man. It happens in threes.
I thought they had said that. I mean, he could basically do what the BYU kid did, couldn't he, Lucas?
Oh, I guess if you're booted off of a team.
He was a grad transfer, though, Retzlaff.
Right. That's what I feel like. I'll have to make sure I know exactly what the differences are there. But, yeah, if you're booted, like, I guess that's one thing that I need to figure out. If Tennessee is to kick Boo Carter off the team, is he eligible to just go anywhere he wants?
That just hit me. Is that what is happening here? Is this a George Costanza trying to get fired from the Yankees situation?
In the week.
He's off in California. He's trying to get fired. Like,
yes.
Is he going to show up at the facility this week and like wipe his wing sauce covered mouth on Peyton's 97 jersey,
dragging the national championship trophy behind his car,
knocks the crystal ball off, shatters it.
I mean, he could get. That's what I wondered if he was doing if he got thrown off the team. It's my understanding that he could just show up in Boulder and roll in school and then walk onto the football team.
He just show up in Bama gear at the facility. I don't know, man. I mean, Retzlaff is an older player. I believe he's a grad transfer. He had a legal situation, and then he's removed, and the legal situation is resolved, but he obviously has to withdraw from BYU, and then now he's going to be Tulane's quarterback. Yeah, I don't know what recourse Boo Carter would have, but unless you've got a spot that you can land, and maybe that is something like Colorado with the enticing nature of being the next Travis Hunter, but like, man, there's a way to do these things. And it just, in this sort of era, it's like, you just don't know what people are thinking or what their angle is. It's such a weird time of year to do it as well. Like it felt like we kind of did this a little bit last winter. The will he, won't he enter the portal? And then he didn't. And, you would like to think as chaotic as everything is in college football, fans should at the very least be able to feel secure that leaving spring ball in the spring portal closing, okay, here's our football team. These guys are on our team. At the very least, you don't have that anymore in recruiting, right? On signing day, it breaks my heart, right? For something that used to be such a big deal, like this is your team in 2 to 3 years. No, you watch signing day, half these guys won't be here in 2 years. But at the very least, when you leave March or April, you can say, here's our football team. And for even that to be in question, and guys can just kind of finagle it anyway, I don't know. Like I said, whatever recourse Boo Carter has, maybe I need to dig deeper into it, but it's just exhausting, man.
All right, Lucas, we appreciate it, my man. What do we got? Nashville SC 1 point behind Cincy in the MLS East. All right.
Yeah, things are good, man. They're playing first place San Diego in the Western Conference tomorrow on the road, and they'll win away from being top of the table in Major League Soccer. It's crazy, man. It's not a hot streak anymore. They're just a contender at this point. It's been fun.
Hey, Lucas, we've been knocking around another question today. Best Westerns. Do you have a personal favorite?
Not the hotel Western movie, the film genre.
Ah, yes. Okay. I was gonna throw the best
good,
Western location in like Athens, Alabama, or something. No. I mean, it's a cop out to say Good, Bad, and the Ugly, right? Or anything from that trilogy. The Man with No Name. I just feel like that's the answer. Like I'm that kind of person that thinks anything to the contrary is like an incorrect answer.
I thought you were going to say Tombstone.
Yeah, I did too.
I mean, that's what
I do love that movie.
A lot of people have been saying that. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is number one on the Rotten Tomatoes list of top 100 Westerns.
What's number 2?
Is it Clint Eastwood?
The Treasure of the Sierra Madre.
Oh, interesting.
Humphrey Bogart.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, I mean that trilogy, like the whole trilogy, like Fistful of Dollars, Few Dollars More, like those get slept on too. But the culmination of The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, I mean, just absolute art. It's hard to top that one for me.
Absolutely. All right, good call. Lucas, always appreciate it, my friend. Enjoy training camp this weekend. They're in Nashville, and I'm sure we'll be talking with you again here soon, hopefully before the season kicks off.
Yeah, man. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. That's Lucas Panzico, a proud graduate of FAB, the Fan Run Academy of Broadcasting, now doing big things in the big city of Nashville with 104.5 The Zone and Titans Radio. We've got one more segment to go. This afternoon show has flown by on a Thursday. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435, your number to call or text the show, 865-966-3435. The shocking conclusion of The Drive coming up next year on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Follow us on Twitter or X or whatever the they're calling it these days at Fox Sports Knox. Fox Sports Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues. Every bet type you can imagine. Live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit BlackfordVetSurgery.com.
Hey, it's Hayden McGarry, first baseman with your Knoxville Smokies, and it's Thirsty Thursday. Half off draft beers. Hope to see you tonight at the ballpark.
Dental health is so important. It's one of those things that if you don't stay on top of it, it can really come back to haunt you, both financially and, of course, in terms of your physical health. If it's been a while since you've been to the dentist or you've got a dental issue that needs attention, do what I do. Go to Malone and Costa Dentistry at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule your appointment online right now at knoxvillesmiles.com or just give them a call at 865-539-1776 and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you.
Good afternoon. Still working with a couple of wrecks out in West Knoxville. It's busy here, coming past 640 on 40 coming westbound. A couple of wrecks up north being cleared as well. Watch for some radar 75 up towards Anderson County as you head on into Campbell County. Still some stop and go going on there. Emory Road at I-75 there in the Powell area. Hey, Amco Transmission, serving East Tennessee since 1962. Call Amco Transmissions in Knoxville, 832-8686. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Fan Run Radio, The Drive wrapping up on a Thursday afternoon. At least the Braves can't hurt me tonight.
They can't. They're not playing.
Nope. Starting a 3-game series in Texas tomorrow at the Rangers.
Ooh.
So
Rangers any good this year, though?
Yeah, they're plugging
of the
along. They're pretty mid, 500-ish, better than the Braves.
So we're going to hear from Butler if in the group.
Yeah, maybe. Jesse Chavez hanging it up for the Bravos today. 41 years old, says he's done.
It's pretty old to be still playing ball. I mean, that's what, like just a couple of years younger than you?
Yeah.
Did you imagine still running around?
Oh, you saw Rich Hill this week.
He was your age, wasn't he?
He's older than me. He's 45.
45.
I mean, it's pretty impressive. Chavez only by my recollection signed with the Braves roughly a dozen times in his career. True journeyman. We looked it up. He never stayed anywhere for more than 3 seasons. 18 seasons in the big leagues, pitched for 9 different teams.
But he was always for the most part, was always pitching in the majors.
Yeah, I mean, I think he got called up by the Braves like at least 3 different times this year.
Mm-hmm. I think he signed with them 6 different times.
And what was it you said? Once you get called up, or somebody told us that you automatically start making the league minimum.
That was me. Yeah, I remember looking into it. Once you get called
As a
up,
prospect,
you're a prospect.
as a, I don't know what his deal would be. I can't imagine he was making a lot, but for a big leaguer. But I mean, league minimum is like $800,000 a year.
Have you seen the story about the guy the Red Sox have that will never be called up from AAA because his contract would trigger some, I don't know, escalator in his contract and would crush them financially.
So he's just stuck in AAA.
Stuck in AAA ball.
No matter how good could he play for another team?
Who is it? Do you know?
I'm going to look it up.
Sucks
I probably
for
should have
him.
done that before you brought it to the show.
I'll just throw it out there haphazardly without knowing all the facts.
Shut up, Ross.
I'm curious because they already called up their big 3 in Christian Campbell, Roman Anthony, and Marcelo Meyer. Like, those are kind of their big 3 prospects. They called it kind of halfway through the year. So I don't know if what other prospects are sitting in there. Pretty sure they got a kid named Blaze Jordan in their prospect system. It's just a sick name.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong baseball name.
Rusney Castillo Peraza.
Never heard of this guy.
Yeah.
Baseball America has released their way too early college baseball top 25 for 2026. Where do you think they have the Vols ranked?
Number 2.
2, Bear?
Oh, I'd be willing to bet they're going to disrespect us. I'll go 7 or 8.
Wow, look at the big brain on Bear.
Really?
7th.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's ahead of us?
Well, they've got, this is interesting, UCLA number 1.
Solid program?
I guess
Number
so.
1?
Yeah, they've apparently they got a squad. LSU number 2, Texas 3, Mississippi State 4.
All right.
Which is, I mean, they've got a new coach down there. It seems like
they must have killed it in the roster.
I guess so. Auburn 5th.
All right.
Georgia 6th, and then Tennessee 7th. Georgia Tech 8, Virginia 9, TCU number 10, Arkansas 11.
Arkansas 11. They must have lost a lot of people.
I don't put a whole lot of stock into that. I mean, that doesn't sound like a very accurate list to me.
To you, based on your extensive knowledge of the entire country and college baseball as a whole.
I'm just saying, if you go back the past 10 years, I mean, UCLA, I might kind of understand if it was LSU.
Well, I do think we're being overlooked, man. I think our squad is loaded. We're going to need some star power. I mean, I think we had a loaded squad last year, and we didn't have enough stars come through. I mean, it was basically Doyle and Fisher and Keelan when he was healthy. But we saw it when we won it all. I mean, you better have 4 or 5 stars in your lineup and elite pitching all the way through, and we'll see if we can get back to that this year.
Yeah, and we're getting some crucial guys back now. Like, I mean, Chapman, we talked about earlier, like he didn't have the year we expected of him, but now he's got another year to at least fight for a position and maybe get better. Obviously, we have all the freshmen and Abernathy, and is it Newstrom is the other freshman who plays third, or am I thinking of someone else?
Yeah, Newstrom, I've heard he could play third and maybe even second.
Maybe center
factor
or
in there.
second.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have Henry Ford coming in all likelihood. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but
I mean, I like Reese,
I think
but
it's confirmed at this point.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly doing cartwheels. Like it's not like the same thing.
I wonder what that conversation was like. I mean, he is a returning starter technically, but like I wonder if there's you
got to hit.
You got to earn your spot. Nothing is guaranteed. Just because you started last year doesn't mean like you didn't do enough last year to just be handed your spot back. We've got Henry Ford on the team. We've got to find a place for Clark in the lineup. We've got to find a place for Abernathy, and then Grimmer, Newstrom. I'm sure I'm leaving a guy or two out.
I mean, wasn't Abernathy one of our best contact hitters towards the end of the season?
He's pretty good.
He's going to be really good.
And he brings so many other things to the table. So
he's the kind of guy you just want to get him on base.
Garrett Wright from Bowling Green.
Yeah,
he did not. He's not coming here to ride the pine.
Well, neither's Ford.
Well, no, I mean, I think Ford is a
He's the
lot
real
to start
deal.
somewhere.
Yeah.
The kid from Rice, Blaine Brown.
Oh yeah, the two-way.
He didn't
guy.
come here to sit the bench. I feel like we're probably missing a guy or two on there. Yeah, I mean, I kind of scoff at Bears. Oh, we're being disrespected thing, but I also kind of agree with him maybe in this case. I mean, what has Georgia and Auburn done to be ranked ahead of us? What has Mississippi State done?
That's what I'm saying about the disrespect part.
I understand Texas had a great year, and LSU is obviously very good. Like, okay. Start them out ahead of us. I get that. But Mississippi State, Auburn, Georgia, come on, man.
Well, we know what Georgia tried to do.
But I also, same thing I say about Heupel and being picked to 9th in the league. I also kind of love it because Tony would never admit to this, but that is a motivational thing right there.
100%.
Hey, they think you guys are the 5th best team in the league this year. After all we've done.
A little disrespectful.
I'd play that Rodney Dangerfield card.
I play it all the time.
Roberto is next. What's up, Roberto?
Good afternoon, guys. First of all, Georgia and LSU taking our cast-off pictures and then putting it on their social media like they won this huge recruiting war against Tennessee in the portal or something is hilarious. Banky went to Georgia. And some kid, I can't even remember his name, went to LSU, and LSU celebrated it as if they just gotten Cy Young from Tennessee. So I'm not terribly worried about those teams in front of us. DJ Newman was the guy I was thinking you guys were going to say, but I guess he signed yesterday, didn't he? 15th round. What's up with that?
I think he just made the decision. He wants to go ahead and start the MLB process instead of coming here and fighting for a position when he might not be able to play the first year, especially now that Chapman's back and there's going to be some competition now.
Well, I think Chapman came back because DJ Newman did not. That's the vibe I get from people I talk to inside the program. So Chapman was not coming back if Newman was coming to campus. So, but nonetheless, Russ, the vestiges of our youth, waning though they may be, man, it is just tough to watch all the cool dudes from our youth die, like in a week. Next, you're going to tell me that Magic Johnson actually has full-blown AIDS, and, and Michael J. Fox is gone, too.
Are you going to tell me that Beavis and Butthead died in a tragic Burger World fryer cook accident?
That's exactly right. They were going to Vegas on the bus, and the old lady drove it off the Hoover Dam. You remember that movie, by the way?
Oh, Beavis and Butthead Do America?
Yeah, it was so great.
It's a classic.
Walker, you seen that?
No, I have not.
He's
done
got
that
the
one yet.
unit in his pants.
There's lots of slots in Vegas. Guys, it was really sad to watch all these great, I guess, pillars. Russ, are they pillars of our youth? Really? I mean, everybody watched the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Everybody was a Hulkamaniac, and everybody listened to Ozzy.
Rough week for Gen X, no doubt.
To cap it all, I don't even have football to get excited about right now. I know we should be, but like this Boo Carter thing, is it deflating y'all's balloon like it is me?
Nah.
It's kind of fired me up.
This is just the way college athletics are.
How does it fire you up, Walker?
It's football news, and I miss football really bad.
You'll take anything you can get, even if it's bad news.
Like we don't know if it's going to end up being the worst news. It's just something to talk about that's football related, and I really, really miss football right now.
You've only got about 30 days, buddy.
I know.
You're right.
We count them down.
I know. It's like a cokehead with his next hit coming, right?
Yeah.
So I just want it to be over. That's where I'm at. I don't want any distractions going into the come, I guess it'd be July 31st is the first practice, right, guys? I want, Sunday is, the rumor is Sunday is the day. And if that be so, so be it. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of being the circus. I mean, we probably have the two most notable off-season leave outs from our program at this point. Am I wrong?
No, that's a good point. I can't think of bigger ones, a bigger twosome than Boo and Nico.
I mean, Brett Slaff maybe, but not really. I think it would have to be those two. Those guys are SEC level starters that were both elite high school football players. I think Tennessee's got a bad name right now, and it brings up a question. I'm going to leave you with this. Are we starting to speculate if Josh Heupel can keep around the elite talent? I'm not saying he can't get it. I'm just wondering if he can keep it around, because this is happening a lot. It happened with Matthews too. Yeah.
Fair question to ponder. Roberto leaving us with some deep thoughts as we wrap up on a Thursday. We got the slate headed your way next on many of these Fan Run affiliates. Thank you, Walker. Thank you, Bear. We'll do it again tomorrow right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue. It's more than just dinner. It's a destination. Hey, this is Russell Smith, and whenever somebody asks me for a barbecue recommendation, I always tell them to take the quick drive up I-75 and visit Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Rickard Ridge is about a 20-minute drive up I-75 from downtown Knoxville. Just take exit 134 in Caryville, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is tucked just inside Cove Lake State Park on your left. You can't miss it. Fall off the bone Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow smoke